guys, it is the final game of the UFL season as the DC Defenders take on the Michigan Panthers. Why is my... No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to call this one as it's my final UFL game, final football game before the preseason. Again, the DC Defenders taking on the Michigan Panthers. They actually, they play each other. They played each other earlier this year, and the Panthers actually won 38-14 in that one. And I don't recall what happened in that one. I just know that it was a 24-point game. Here are your quarterbacks for tonight's game. Ta'amu, he's been very good. We saw him last week. I did the DC game. 2,100 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 picks on the year. For Perkins, he was kind of an all-star. He did have to miss some time. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 2 picks. And there are your stats head-to-head. Just pretty balanced, I'd say. Michigan's more of a run-first team. DC is more of an air-it-out type of team, and that's probably why they got behind and they were forced to pretty much be one-dimensional. They kind of already are, but when it's predictable, it gets to be pretty tough for them. Looking at the recap here for the season, DC started off 3-0, then they lost to the Brahmas, winning against the Renegades, and then, of course, that blowout loss to the Panthers, then winning 2 in a row, and then they kind of entered the postseason, kind of struggling there, though they did rest their starters against the Battlehawks before they beat the Battlehawks last week, 36-18. Again, we did watch, or I covered that game, and that was it wasn't really a close game, to be honest with you. It was kind of a letdown, but DC was all over them last week. And then for Michigan, as they're actually just now starting coverage there, that's good. Sick and tired of the Big Bang Theory. Started off, again, really strong, winning 3 of their first 4, losing to the Battlehawks. Again, the Battlehawks were really good. They were the regular season champs, I would say. Going on a nice winning streak there. Then, once again, for them as well, they entered the playoffs with a 2-game losing streak, but it didn't really matter as they were all over the Stallions, and I think that was an upset there, beating them 44-29, and of course they meet the Defenders here tonight. Again, hopefully you like what you see or like what you hear. Probably don't like what you see, especially if you hate the Steelers as well. I'm a Steelers fan, and you'll hit that subscribe button. Really excited for NFL and college. I already have that College Hall of Fame game ready to go. So, again, if you're a football fan, and I'll go into that a little more later, what I plan on doing for this upcoming football season. Well, I guess I can now because we're still kind of ways away from starting. And I do have a poll up. Who do you think is going to be the UFL champion? Apparently all of you guys think it's going to be the Panthers, or at least 3 of you guys. 3 votes, 100%, all going to the Panthers. Nobody thinks it's the Defenders as of now. So hopefully it'll be a fun night. Again, feel free to chat away, especially whenever there's nothing going on. I'll gladly answer your questions or just want to chat football. I'm down. But yeah, pretty much for college football and NFL, I'll be doing at least 2 Saturday games every week, starting off with Iowa State and Kansas State, and then you guys will have you guys will vote on what I do later that evening, and it's going to be the same thing every Saturday, which I'll be doing Thursdays and all that stuff as well for college football, during the week for like MACtion once we get later down the road. But Saturdays, doing at least 2 games every Saturday. I'll pick one, and then you guys will pick the other. Same with the NFL. Obviously, I'll be doing Steelers games, but you guys will have the right to vote for that in the afternoon game. Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, LA. Of course, I'll be putting up that poll, earlier that week. So definitely we're excited for it. I'll definitely be listening, driving all night. Thanks for the video. Yeah, of course. Glad I can provide it. Hopefully you drive safe and all that stuff, as safe journeys wherever you are headed. But of course, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, do remember you're usually here for the UFL streams. Hopefully I'll see you, of course, for the college and NFL streams, as see the DC Defenders exiting the locker room as they head to the field. Hopefully it starts pretty quickly. Sometimes it doesn't do that. We'll just hopefully start in the next few minutes, because I don't want to just sit here and watch them do whatever they're doing. But yeah, again, feel free Trisk, what town are you in? Trisk is on. He's actually also traveling. He's visiting his family out there, or my family as well. Hopefully we'll get underway soon. As again, feel free to vote. We got a poll up, 4 votes. All of you guys thinking it's the Panthers. I don't really care, to be honest with you, who wins. I just want a good game. I know I have a lot of Panthers fans that have subscribed, but I'm pulling for a good game. I want a close game. So what do you guys think? Again, let me know. Again, I'll be doing college and NFL, and I'm really excited for it. Hopefully there's some success here. And again, I do apologize. Nothing going on the screen, just doing hype videos and stuff like that. So again, feel free to chat away. This is a perfect time to kill some time here and just have a nice little chat about the game, as again, we're just kind of waiting. Hopefully I'll be able to do a good job for you tonight to, again, where you hit that like and subscribe button. I just guessed, Doctor. I have no idea for UFL. Oh, well, I can go over it again. There's really not much to do. But these two teams did play earlier this year, and the Panthers did win by 24. So, it's the safe pick. They're both of them 6-4. To be honest, I'm not really the most diehard UFL fan. I've only been able to call a few games because I've been working weekends, but not anymore. We're not working weekends anymore, at least, for now. But yeah, no. Michigan's favored by 3.5. So then again, they are the favorite. Let me know, of course. Well, actually, don't. If you have a bet, don't let me know, because then you will be cursed. I promise. You will lose your bets. Your prediction: 47-2 Panthers. I don't think so. I don't think that happens. As DC is taking the field now, or at least exiting the tunnel, not necessarily the field. Again, hopefully we can get this party started. So you guys, if that are not subscribed, hopefully like what you hear. Probably not what you see. I can tell you that. As again, what I try to do is I try to do a pretty decent job with the play-by-play. That's really the only content I have on this channel, is just live play-by-plays, and it's obviously baseball season, so that's what I'm doing. But again, I'm much more of a football fan, and hopefully you can hit that subscribe button. For college and NFL, be a nice backup option if Tom Grossi or Jaguar Gator are out of commission that week. I got you covered. That's pretty much the goal here, as I'll be the 10-4 Trisk. I live an hour west. Oh, look at that. Close to Sean out there. I'm unsure if I'm going to be going through North Carolina when I'm going up to Pennsylvania. I'm not too sure. All right, so the hype video is ending for Michigan as they're about to take the field. Hopefully this is sooner or later. Again, feel free to chat away, talk about whatever you like. And if you're a UFL fan, you're probably an NFL fan or college football fan, so we can chat about your respective teams. Had a heck of a time through Death Valley. Yeah. So yeah, no, again, also I have a vote, and everyone here's Michigan. That's fine with me. That's just interesting. Everyone's going with Michigan. No one's really given DC any love. What does that mean? Well, if all the votes went to Michigan, or as far as the betting, Vegas might have a little bit of something to say there. Again, Michigan was favored by 3.5, so all they got to do is, I guess, cover. Doctor, if you come through NC, stop and see me. I'd love to meet you. Oh, well, hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm still unsure of how I'm going to go up there yet. This will be at the end of next month. So, but yeah, well, hey, we'll see what we can do. All right, so Michigan now exiting the tunnel, and hopefully we get this party started, because, again, you didn't come here to see me just chat away. You came here to listen to a game that I'm about to call, as they're going to do, I guess, I believe that is the national anthem. Again, feel free to chat away in the comments, because, again, I won't be able to provide any game-by-game right now because we got nothing. If I had known that, I would have started, honestly, a little bit later. But again, if you are a football fan, I got you covered. Already have the Hall of Fame game ready to go. I am excited for NFL season and college, so trust me, you will not regret pressing that subscribe button. Because, again, 2 games every Saturday, 2 games every Sunday, and potentially up to 4. And I'm gonna definitely give it a shot. Try to go from Big Noon Kickoff all the way to Pac-12 at night. I know that's not what it's called anymore, but that'll be pretty fun. So doing the national anthem now. And again, you guys will also vote for the second game I do. Obviously, I'm a Steelers fan, so don't think it's just a Steelers channel. I'll be doing the afternoon window as well, and you guys will be voting on that every single week. Every single week, that second game will be up to you guys. So don't think that I'm picking and choosing just the games I want to call it. It'll be up to you guys. I'll pick 50%. You pick the other 50%. So they're just, again, doing the national anthem here. Again, let me know what you think. 6 votes, all of them to the Panthers. Any Defenders fans here? Let me know. I'd like to see how that goes. I want to see, like, if there's anyone Defenders. Come on, like no Defenders fans. That is crazy. It is what it is. All right, the national anthem has concluded. I don't know if they've already done the coin toss or not. I'm going to assume they haven't, just because they hate me. All right, short break. Okay. All right, hopefully final break, and then we'll cut to the field and all that. Hopefully this changes as well. Again, if you do like what you see, well, you probably haven't liked what you've saw so far because there's no game. Hit that subscribe button again. This is what I've been doing for baseball season, and of course I'll be doing it for football season. Again, much bigger football fan. Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. I just saw the question. Doctor, who's more valuable, Roger Craig or the – wait, who's – okay, that's an interesting football question here. I don't know. I've never even heard of the Roger Craig baseball guy. But again, if you like what you see, if you like sports, definitely hit that subscribe button. As again, I'll be doing this for football season, NFL, and college as well. And I'm already going to tell you it's going to be Roger Craig, the running back here. And again, feel free to chat away in the comments, especially during like commercial break. I got nothing going yet. I'm still learning all this stuff. Oh yeah, that's definitely the running back. Are you going to show the game? I am not. Sorry. I will not lie to you. Not going to show the game. I'm actually just doing play-by-play. I'm sorry. This is not one of those channels. Check my phone. Can't really check my phone. Yeah, okay. You went to a local bar. Yeah, okay. That's hilarious. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. What the heck? Oh, we got a DC Defenders vote. Look at that. 16%, 14%. So hopefully these commercials are not long, because I know during the Super Bowl it was like 4-minute freaking breaks. That was always annoying. Roger Craig, the running back, no game. Yeah, no. Again, my view on that is actually very negative. I don't want to like risk the channel, and again, there's other things I just won't say. Roger Craig was a linchpin of that dynasty. Yeah, no, they were good. Obviously very good in the 80s. As again, we're hopefully coming back from commercial break, and we will have the game for you. As again, this announcer voice is just for this. It's just for this. This is what I guess I was made to do, I guess. Just made to do stuff on YouTube. As again, there's your side-by-side comparison. I know I kind of take up some of the screen there, but it's going to be a rushing attack for Michigan. DC, they are all about that air it out. So again, a clash of styles here as I'm trying to, hopefully they'll show the field soon. This is unbelievable. I don't know why in the world we are not getting to the game. It says 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7:15 actually. That's what we'll do. So I do apologize again. I'm seeing everybody leave. Literally, I hate this. So now I know in the future we're not even going to go live until like the game is about to start. So, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all for leaving, because it's like, what are they looking at? They're looking at this guy just talk. All right, hopefully we're about to finish this hype video, because I honestly do not care. All right, they said it's time for the UFL Championship. Let's go. Hopefully this updates. Again, DC, the XFL representative. Michigan, the USFL representative. Both of them 7-4, of course, including the playoff record, playing in St. Louis. They're actually going to show the coin toss. Oh, that's fantastic. So I think DC is going to be calling. I'm going to do play-by-play for this stupid coin toss. All right, there's the toss. So it looks like they are going to... They're deferring, so it looks like it's going to be Michigan getting the ball to start this one. All right, thank you. Let's go. All right, shake hands and get to the sideline so we can freaking kick this game off. Oh, this is annoying. Just, again, feel free to vote if you haven't voted already. We got 8 votes. And, wow, it's pretty much, again, Michigan 88% and DC at 12%. Again, Michigan is favored by -3, so 68% of the money is on Michigan. Just, I'm telling you, if Vegas wants to win, they will win. So watch it. Just watch it. If you bet on Michigan, GG's. And again, I understand that they won 38-14, but I'm telling you, there's a reason that spread is at -3. Anytime touchdown winner, Bryce Perkins. Yeah, but it's probably pretty much a given. Change your vote to the Panthers. Okay. All right, we're moments away from kicking off, but I guess we just still want to chill on the sideline. Again, I'm sorry. We got to interview Shannon Harris, the interim head coach. I actually don't know when he took over, but won a playoff game. I imagine that's pretty cool. And again, feel free to hit that subscribe. And if you like what you see, obviously you haven't seen anything yet because, the 7 o'clock start time was a lie. It's actually 7:20 apparently. Freaking stupid. It's annoying as crap. And again, I'm just refreshing this to hopefully see the field as soon as possible. I don't care. Again, now they're interviewing the other coach. I'm sorry. I hate this. NFL, when it says 12 o'clock, it means 12:02. When it says 7:20, it means 7:22. When the UFL says 7 o'clock, it means 7:24. It's ridiculous. All right, yeah, thank you, Coach. Okay, I don't care. Let's go. And I don't see anyone taking the field. I'm actually going to lose my mind. This is insane. This is terrible, guys. I'm about to lose all 207 tonight because they just don't want to show the game. They don't want to start the game. Again, feel free to chat away. Of course, if you just want to see someone rage for the next 20 freaking minutes because they don't want to kick off. Well, there you go. Stay tuned in for that. All right, look at that. They have the field up there. That means we're about to start, guys. We're locking in. Okay. Can we show the field, or are we just going to say? All right. We are about to get underway again. DC will be kicking off. They're going to go right to left on your YouTube screen. DC wearing red, Michigan in white and gold as it's fielded at the 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, tripped up, tackled at the 33. So that's where Michigan will begin this one. As here comes Bryce Perkins and this offense. Again, this offense is a more balanced offense compared to DC's. DC is a very much of an air raid type offense, whereas Michigan, again, very balanced. Michigan Panthers are the better team, but the better teams do not always win. That is a very true statement there, as Perkins takes the field here, as well as, again, the rest of the Michigan Panthers in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Running back right beside him at the 33. Perkins sending a man in motion. Takes the snap. Play action. Tosses to the right. Caught. 35. Spin move. And he's going to fall down at about the 37, maybe the 38. So a nice little gain of 5 there by the receiver Turner. Again, I'll try to get the names a little bit better. You know, I don't really know the names of the players. So it's going to be 2nd and about 4, maybe 5. Or 2nd and 5 here. At the 38. Once again in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Perkins is going to play action. Tosses it to Turner. Caught at the 45. And breaks a little bit of tackles. Tackled at the 48-yard line. So a nice little, again, so far, short passes, but they are moving the chains as Christopher believes the Panthers will win and shift the field. I can't shift the field, but what I can do is I'll go ahead and move my face. I'll move my face at the end of this drive here because right now it'd be too complicated. Don't want to mess anything up. All right, 1st and 10 here at, where are we at? We're at the 46. Okay, they marked him down, I guess, initially. At the 46, empty set, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Perkins back to pass. Pump fakes, throws over the middle. It's caught by Turner yet again at the 45-yard line, stretching close to the first down. I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but so far all the passes have went to Turner. Looks like it was just a little slant route. And Turner trying to do his best Deontay Johnson move. Okay, so it looks like they marked it at the 45. Hands it to Tawa. And Tawa towers through for first down. He's still on his feet, but he was definitely brought down. And I don't know what happened there. Anyway, it's a first down and a little bit more. As I don't know where they're going to mark it. Marking it at about the 38-yard line. So that's a Panthers first down. As the clock again continues to run here. Well, of course, there's been no incompletions, but apparently the clock continues to run for incomplete passes. Alec really liking what the Panthers are doing, and I don't blame him. 1st and 10 here at the 38 in the shotgun. Perkins hands it off to Tawa. Cuts inside, and he's met at about the 36-yard line. As DC kind of stiffened their defense there, so it's going to be 2nd and about 8. 12, 10, and counting. And I'll try my best. I'll move me over, well, there on the next possession. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 35. Okay, they gave him a yard there. In the shotgun yet again. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends in the game. Perkins hands it off to number 28. Oh, he's got some space at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Jogging into the end zone is McCrary for a Michigan Panthers touchdown. Touchdown, Panthers. And just like that, they have taken a 6-0 lead. And honestly, the Panthers looked really good on this drive, kind of seeing how they dominated DC. Obviously, it's a different team now and then, but that was just flawless. I mean, always moving forward. Just nickeling and diming, and then boom, the 30-plus yard, 35-yard touchdown for the Panthers. So we're going to wait to see what they do here on the extra point. Again, 1, 2, or 3. Again, I'm not a fan of it myself, but that's the rules. So they're going to try for the 1 at the 2. In the shotgun, yet again. Most plays in the UFL are from the shotgun. Perkins hands it off to McCrary. McCrary fighting, and I don't think he got it. They're marking him short. But the damage is done as Michigan takes a 6-0 lead over DC with 11:44 left to go in the first quarter. Again, I'll go ahead and try my best to move this. My bad, guys. I will move my face over here because I'm covering it up. All right, so 6-0 is your score. I don't think, they're not saying they're going to do it. I don't hear any of the commercial music happening. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm over there. So hopefully that's good enough for you guys that you can see the field. All right, yeah, now they're going to commercial. 6-0 is your score. Michigan just looked flawless on that first drive. They will be right back. I'll be right here. Young still only won Super Bowl trophy. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys like what you see, I'll be doing this for college and NFL, I promise. I promise. I love it so much. I'll be watching it. Might as well do the same thing, huh? Again, I already have that preseason game up. I mean, that just goes to show you the commitment. I'm already thinking about stuff months away from, actually, no, it's about a month and a half at this point. But how it's going to work, again, 2 college games at least every Saturday. I'll pick one, you pick the other. An example, Iowa State, Kansas State, I'll be doing that one. You guys will vote for that evening game, so whether it's Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Ohio, you guys make the call. So, again, if you like having some control over everything, there you go. And same thing with NFL, I'll be doing every Steelers game, but that's not all I'm doing. I will be also doing that second window. So again, you guys will either vote for Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, LA. Again, we'll be doing that pretty much all the way to week 18 for the NFL, and the same thing for college. So again, if you're a football fan, I think this is a great channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. I hope to see you there. As you hate UFL. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. Not a fan of the UFL rules. I think we all are just ready for college football and NFL. I mean, only 10 Saturdays away. So just look at it that way. About 70 days from now, college football in Dublin. Hopefully, again, I see you there. If you got other streamers you got to watch, that's fine too. I mean, Tom Grassi and Jaguar, they're really good. But again, I feel like I'm just a good backup option. So if they're not covering a game you want to watch, I feel like I got you covered. So again, I'm ready to go. So hopefully I will see you there as well. Again, feel free to chat away, especially during commercial break. That is really the time where I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning this stuff, so feel free to talk. I read all comments, especially during the commercials. As I see the poll here, 79% of you, so we do have some more DC Defenders votes coming in. But 79% of you think it's going to be the Panthers winning, and honestly, again, I really don't blame you, as they won earlier this year 38-14, so yeah, I could definitely see that. And hopefully these commercials aren't like too expensive. That's all I'm gonna, expensive long, because they paid for a lot of money that they're gonna like try to get every commercial in the freaking world in. Attendance at the UFL games has been a real problem. I heard it has been. And hopefully it doesn't mean the end of the league or anything. It's really neat, but yeah, no, I've heard that it's like no one's going. So I don't know. They need to change something up. What college game is in Dublin? So it's going to be was Iowa State and Kansas State. Yeah, I know that's the wrong thing. I didn't post it yet. My bad. I already made the thumbnail. Yeah, Iowa State and Kansas State in Dublin. So I can tell you what I'm doing Saturday, August 23rd at 11 o'clock Central. I'll be doing that game. All right, we're about to kick off here. Michigan kicks off, and it's a squib kick, and it skips past. Oh, he touches it. He's at the 6. He's trapped. Gets to the 10, and he's slung down at the 11. That was a disastrous return there. Didn't quite read the angle. He actually set it where it was flat. So that's very interesting. Wonderful to see that in the NFL. As here comes Ta'amu, Jordan Ta'amu, to lead these DC Defenders. Again, they are in there all red today. DC needs to play better defense. If not, it'll be a long night. Alex, I think Dr. DeLay has had more watchers than spectators. Wow. I don't know about that. Anyway, here, 1st and 10 at the 11 in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Ta'amu hands it off. Running back gets it, and he's met immediately. He might have gotten 1. That was Deion Jackson. I believe that was the former Colt. As Michigan looks ready to play. So 2nd and 9 here for DC. Again, Michigan they were favored. Most of the money is on Michigan. So again, if you're a conspiracy theorist here, it's like, okay, well, DC might be the one that wins this game, or at least covers the spread. in the shotgun. Ta'amu, play action, throws, it's caught at the 10, fighting forward to the 15, brought down at about the 17, maybe 18-yard line. That was Rowland with the catch and run for a gain of about, what was that, like 5 maybe? So it's going to be third and 3, pardon me, third and 3 for the defenders here. Once again, in the shotgun. Again, most of these plays are in the shotgun. Everyone's in tight. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now the running backs make it 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ta'amu, back to pass. Throws, it is caught at the 23, and he's met immediately, but he will have the first down. That was Mickens with the catch. So DC extends the drive as I turn up the volume here so I can listen a little bit more. That's funny. Panthers defense ready to play as of now, but again, the nice first down there for DC. So 1st and 10 in the pistol. That is the other formation they usually go to, the gun or the pistol. Ta'amu hands it off to Jackson. Jackson, oh, he is met ferociously. He will get a yard. They're going to give him 2. I don't know how in the world he gets 2 there, but that's what they're going to do. So 2nd and 8 here. I did not know that the Michigan kicker, BT Potter, tried after the Steelers. Yeah, I feel like that is like the vaguely familiar name. I'm not too sure. 2nd and 8 here in the shotgun. Trips to the left. Tight end tight on the right side. Ta'amu. Play action. Throws. It's caught at the 30. 35. Cuts inside 40. 45. Brought down at midfield. That was a nice catch and run by Rowland. That seems to be what he's been doing. A lot of short routes there. A little bubble screen. Caught it behind the line, and that's a nice gain of about 25 as he is at midfield right at the 50. 1st and 10 for DC. 9 minutes and counting in the first quarter. Led the UFL in all-purpose yards, 1657. Very nice for Rowland. In the pistol, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ta'amu hands it off to Jackson. He's got some space now. Makes 2 guys miss. Brought down at the 44. That was a very nice 6-yard run by Jackson. So that's going to be 2nd and 4. Samson Nakua has bounced around NFL teams as well. Evening, Doctor. Hello there, Coffee Beans. How's it going? Doing some UFL. Thank you, of course, for being a mod. Here's the 2nd and 4 play in the pistol. Ball at the 44. Ta'amu keeps it on the RPO, and he's still actually up. He landed on the defender. Now he touches the turf there for about a yard. I don't know if this was the right read or not on the RPO. Yeah, I guess it was. Deion Jackson might not have had anything there. All right, so 3rd and 4. Actually, they're not going to give him a yard at all. 3rd and 4 at the 44. They need to get to the 40. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ta'amu. Oh, he's keeping it on the fake toss. He slides, and he's contacted after he slid by Nakua, but there's no flag there. So that's a first down for DC. Good evening here. Yeah, no, so far so good. So 1st and 10 coming up for DC. 8 plays, 51 yards on this drive. Good looking drive here. As again, they started at the 11. Ball at the 38. Ta'amu back to pass, facing heavy pressure. Tosses it. It's a little screen, actually. 35-30. Bounces off defenders. Brought down at the 25. But he did take a shot there when he bounced off the defender. He's slow to get up, and he's actually going to make his way to the sideline. So, yeah, no, I thought it was heavy pressure. But, no, it's a tight end screen. I don't know why that works. I mean, he's one of the slowest players that can get the ball on the field. But, hey, he got a first down. Late flag, come on. No late flag. Here is 1st and 10 at the 26. Trips to the right, tight end in tight on the left side. Ta'amu back to pass. Fires down the right side. Oh, nobody's there except for Michigan Panthers, but they couldn't locate it either as that falls incomplete. Dangerous little miscommunication there by the receiver and Ta'amu. Quite a shot there. Yeah, no, it definitely was. Well, if it was Mahomes that slid, I guarantee you that would have been a flag. Let's just say that. All right, so 2nd and 10. Again, clock still rolls in UFL rules as we move on past 6 minutes here. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ta'amu hands it off. No, play action, throws. It is batted away, almost intercepted by Miller. Miller read it pretty darn good, just couldn't quite make the catch, as that one could have went the other way for 6. All right, it's going to be 3rd down. Sizzling hot weather. I don't know about in the stadium there, but 3rd and 10 in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Ta'amu back to pass. Heavy pressure. Throws over to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, DC Defenders. Mickens breaks free at the end of the post route there. And DC ties it up with 5:12 left in the first quarter, as they will have the opportunity to take the lead with the extra point. Looking, he kind of breaks a little to the right, and then actually there was no post. He just kind of stayed there a little bit to the right and just cuts up the field, up the seam, and gets the nice catch there, breaking through that coverage. All right, so we're going to see what they're doing here. Again, 12 plays, 89 yards. It looked like a disaster, especially after the kickoff, as he was only able to get to the 11. Of course, that was a very nice kickoff by Michigan. As I wait and see what in the world they're going to do. Okay, they're going to go for 2. So they spot it at the 5. Tom is under center. And that is okay. So now it's like, I don't know. It's definitely weird. Offset there. Everyone's on the left side of the field. Ta'amu in the shotgun. He's running to his right. Looking to the end zone. Throws. It is incomplete. Definitely some trickery there with the formation. Kind of like what the Colts tried, but they actually left some more blockers in there. But it didn't work. So we head to, I was about to do a baseball thing. So we head to, wow, I was about to do it again. 6-6 is your score. 5:12 left in the first quarter. I've been calling too many baseball games, I guess. So 6-6 is your score. Again, I do have a vote. Feel free to let me know who you think is going to win. You think you got the Panthers or the Defenders? The Defenders, they don't have much support here. 79% Panthers, Defenders at 21% with 19 votes in. So that's quite a bit of people voicing their opinion. Again, feel free to, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, I am doing college football and NFL later down the road. I already have the NFL preseason game up. I mean, come on. I don't know how much more dedication you need if, you're a college football or NFL fan here. And again, for college football, I'll be doing 2 games every Saturday with potential up to 4. I'm not going to promise 4, at least 2 though. Starting off with week 0 in Dublin, Iowa State, and Kansas State, and then you guys will be voting on that second window there. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, or Hawaii. I don't know. I'll put up a vote, and you guys will be voting for it. Of course, it'll happen during that week. And then same for the NFL. I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm doing every Steelers game. But, again, that second window is where you guys come in. You guys will vote on that game, and I'll call that game. So you guys will have a lot of say in what I call on this channel come football season. So, again, I do appreciate you guys choosing me as your voice for tonight's game. Because I know there's probably a bunch of other people calling this game right now. But yeah, no, hopefully I do a good enough job, or you hit that subscribe button. So 6-6 is your score. We can go ahead and look over some of the stats here for the first. Again, each team has had the ball once. Ta'amu 5 for 7, 73 yards and a touchdown. Perkins 3 for 3 for 22 yards there. Again, we talked about it earlier, or I did anyway, that Michigan, much more of a run first team. They're going to be more balanced, whereas DC, they are the air raid team. Jackson with 3 carries, 10 yards. Down with 2 carries, 6. McCrary with that nice 35-yard run. Pretty much as soon as he broke through, there was nobody there. He was free as can be. Tawa with 2 carries, 10 yards. He's more of the power back. For receiving, Mickens 2 for 32 and a touchdown. Rowland 2 catches, 29 yards. Moore 1 catch for 12. And then Turner caught every pass for Michigan there. The friggin' Pirates lost again. They actually were up 1-0 in the first, and then they didn't score again. Just absolutely terrible. And then, of course, there's no sacks or anything like that on defense, though. The pass breakup by Miller, that was big. That could have went for a 6, and what a game this would be if it was 12-0 Michigan, but not quite. All right, so we're working our way back here. Again, 6-6 is your score. 5:12 left in the first quarter. So DC will kick it back to Michigan here shortly whenever they decide to do that. Looking at the stands there in the UFL Championship, and honestly, it's a little disappointing. It looks pretty empty. Maybe a few thousand people there. As again, Michigan is going left to right on your YouTube screen. Sox beat the Yanks again. Yeah, I actually covered that game last night. Athletics did win. Oh, that's good. As that one's going to be fielded at the 10. He's at the 20, 25, and he's met hard at the 25. As that's where the Panthers will begin the next drive. I don't know. I'm not really a pro Athletics anymore because they left Oakland, honestly. I don't know. I'm going to miss the Oakland Athletics. All right, so a little bit of an interview here again. Tiamu with the nice 25-yard touchdown pass to Mickens. Mickens, again, he's very fast. He's 30 years old, which I would not have guessed, despite, he has some speed. He's very shifty. All right, Perkins and the offense in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins hands it off to McCrary, and McCrary makes a guy miss in the backfield, and he's able to fight for about a yard. Very nice by McCrary, who definitely would have lost 2 there, but he was able to break free and gain about a yard or so. So 2nd down, 9 yards to go. In the shotgun, yet again, I know it's a surprise, as all these teams pretty much use shotgun or the pistol. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Perkins awaiting the snap. Back to passes Perkins. Tosses over the middle. It is incomplete. And that one receiver there was asking for the flag. And, I could see why. The DC defender kind of yanking the receiver back as the ball was arriving. But no foul, no penalty, so it falls incomplete. So 3rd and 9. Perkins in the shotgun. One receiver to the left, 3 to the right. McCrary in motion. Perkins back to pass. Looking, fires over the middle. It is caught at the 35, 40. Brought down at the 43. Mariner with the nice catch and run as he points where he's going. And that is a Panthers 1st down. Heavy pressure. Good stuff by Perkins to hang in there, letting it go at the last second as he did take a shot there. So 1st and 10 at the 43. Looks like they're going to be in the pistol. 2 tight ends in left. Now he's having McCrary get beside him. So they're in the shotgun. Perkins hands it off to McCrary. He bounces left. Makes a guy. Oh, he couldn't quite break free. But he will get a few yards there as he's brought down at about the 46, maybe the 47. So 2nd and 6 coming up. Panthers, I was going to say something about the NHL. I just realized that I can't say that because the Michigan Panthers If you're an NHL fan, the Florida Panthers are up 1-0 apparently. 2nd and 6 here in the shotgun. They're doing the Madden cam. I don't like this. I can't call it. Perkins, RPO, tosses. It's caught at the 46, and he's met immediately as I believe that may have been enough for a first down. Yes, that will move the chains. Not the player's fault, the Fisher. Yeah, no. I understand. No, I completely agree. I'm not mad at the players by any means. I don't know. I don't like it when teams move for money, if that's the reason. I mean, that's really the only reason, but I don't like it. All right, 1st and 10 at the 45. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins yet again in the shotgun. Perkins hands it off to Tawa. Oh, and he powers over a guy, trucking a guy, as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. I'm not too sure. No, 38. Wow. Okay, I was wrong on where I was on the yardage. My bad there, guys. But, yeah, no, he trucked a guy at the 43, and that was a very impressive play. So 2nd and 3 at the 38 in the shotgun. Two receivers to the right. Tight end in motion. Perkins keeps it. Play action. Tosses. Oh, he's wide open. Mariner is jogging into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan Panthers. They bit hard, I guess, on the play action because Mariner was wide open down the right side. They're going to show the replay here. I don't know what the coverage was. It looks like it was a man. I don't know. Initially, a showing man. 2. Yeah, so 2 defenders went to the flat, and I guess one of them missed the coverage, and looks like, the guy the guy that was initially covering him got yelled at by another defender, so I imagine it was his guy. So the Panthers are up 12-6 as we wait the extra point. Wide open touchdown. Yeah, no. Rod Smart, that was a running back for the Carolina Panthers. Very good pull there. All right, so we're going for 1 in the shotgun. Perkins, play action, throws, and again, wide open is Mariner. So the extra point is good as Michigan is now up 13-6 with 1:13 left to go in the first quarter. So far, so good. I mean, both teams here looking very efficient. Lorraine Fire have been reborn as a team in Europe. Okay, I didn't know that. I wasn't really much of an NFL Europe guy. I just remember them from like the old Madden games. I'd see them in there. I don't know if we're going to commercial break or not. If not, I'm going to stay here, obviously. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go away. I just need to know so I can go over stats or not. Again, if you also want to know what's going on in other baseball games or hockey, I got you covered right here. A little ticker there. It's pretty much a little sports center, a better sports center, because they don't even do that anymore. They don't go over sports at Sports Center anymore. It's crazy. UFL award winners. Look at that. So Perkins was the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Shannon Harris was the Coach of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Peta Taumaupenu. I could not pronounce that if I tried. That was a Battlehawk. Kendrick Whitehead, Special Teams Player of the Year, and Fred Case, Assistant of the Year. Look at that. So congratulations. Okay, so we're not going to commercial. We're staying here. Look at that. That's good. We like football. No defense so far. NFL Europe was cool because they had something during the offseason. Well, yeah, I just was kind of like young. All right, so there's the kick, and it's going to bounce past the defender, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And it's weird saying defender because usually it's like defense, defender, but DC defender. Anyway, my bad. All right, so they're going to get the ball at the 30-yard line. And again, both teams very efficient, just moving the ball down the field with really no resistance. I mean, there's your stats there. I'll go over them next commercial break. But, yeah, no, it's been pretty much all offense in this one. The over-under, I believe, opened at 48 or something like that. So right now it's looking like it'll hit. as they're going over the little, so it's actually more of an RPO, not a play action. And yeah, no, Mariner just, the defender of the defender, defenders of the defender of the defenders. Anyway, whatever. 1st and 10 here. Okay, so that's actually at the 20. Hands it off to Rowland. Hurdles, 25, 30. And he's going to get, wait, no, he fumbled at the end of the play. Michigan is adamant that they recovered. They are talking it over. Rowland was tackled. I don't know if the ball came loose there. They kind of rushed it back into action. I couldn't quite see. So bear with me here. The ruling on the field is a fumble out of bounds. Michigan was pretty adamant that they recovered that. So yeah, no, that was just a clean fumble. Oh, wow. I don't think, so he did recover it in bounds. I don't think he had 2 feet. Miller trying to recover it before it went out of bounds. I know he got 1 foot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever just happened, they're showing a guy running down the sideline. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. I don't know why in the world they're not showing the game, but there's a flag. So as of now, it's a touchdown. I couldn't tell you how it happened. There's a flag. I don't know what's going on. Again, they were showing the replay of the guy trying to keep the ball, and then all of a sudden I see a defender running with the ball. But as of now, it doesn't matter because they're waving it off. Apparently, there was a offensive lineman down the field. So, yeah, no touchdown. I'm sorry. Again, I can't be blamed for that. They were not showing the game. But it was a slant route, kind of like Demaryius Thomas against the Steelers many years ago. Oh, that's very sad. That's the first thing I thought of. But it doesn't matter, as that's going to come back. So it's going to be first, I guess, first and 15. I'm not too sure here. We're kind of waiting to see what's going on. Yeah, 1st and 15. Ball at the 25. In the shotgun is Teamu. 3 receivers to the right. 1 tight end to the left. Teamu back to pass. Still back to the throws it deep. Down the middle of the field is Mickens at the 30, 25, 20. Cuts inside. 15. Spin move. Tackled at the 10. He was free as can be. As that is, what a way to answer. Again, they had a touchdown just called back. And Mickens breaking free. It was a gain of 67 yards. Just splitting down the Mickens is torching him down the middle of the field. He did that earlier. All right, first and goal here at the 9. In the pistol, Teamu hands it off. This is Jackson. Jackson bounces off a defender, and he's brought down at the 5. Defender is a Michigan defender. See, that's where I'm going to mess up a lot. So very good, exciting game, as that is the end of the first quarter. The Panthers are up 13-6 over the Defenders. But again, the Defenders are knocking on the door. So they literally just said that, knocking on the door. Oh, I'm better than him. So 13-6, and again, we'll be right back after this, or at least they will. I'll still be here again. If you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me out a lot. What the heck with the TV coverage? I know, like they were so focused on the last play, and then they turn it back, and the guy's running down the right sideline. Luckily, it was called back, but then, of course, karma. They literally next play they have that really nice play there. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm doing football once football season is here. Yeah, this is football, but we all feel the same way about the UFL probably. College football and NFL is where it's at. That's the, big leagues. And again, Iowa State, Kansas State will be the first game I do. You guys will vote for that later window. So again, if you like football, if you like having a chance to, tell me what I can pretty much cover, well, this is a great channel for you. I'll be doing that every Saturdays and, of course, during the week as well for football. That Thursday, the next Thursday, I'll be doing it right there, August 28th. I'm still unsure which one I'll do. Possibly 2 again if the voice can go. And then again, for NFL, I'll be doing every Steelers game. So I'm going to be like a PG alternative to Urinating Tree. But then in the afternoon window, you guys will vote for the afternoon window. So pretty much you guys will be picking about 50% of the games that I call. So again, if you like what you hear, if you like what I'm selling to you, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It won't cost you a dime, I do promise. I think it'll be pretty fun for Saturdays and Sundays. Hopefully I see you there. So if Tom Grossi ain't covering that game, I got you covered. Same thing with Jaguar Gator. If you're a Jaguar Gator guy, I'm a big Jaguar Gator guy. I like him a lot. But I'll just be that backup guy. DC only 20 yards rushing. Let's go over some of the stats here at the end of the first quarter. Tamu, 7 for 9, 150. Again, he's just taking those deep shots, and Michigan's letting him. Perkins, 6 for 7, 84 yards and a touchdown. Jackson, 4 rushes, 14 yards, but he hasn't really had space. Jackson, give him some space. I think he'll break it through there. Tamu, 2 rushes, 6 yards. Only 20 yards rushing. McCrary, 3 for 40. And then Tawa, 3 for 17. He plowed over that guy earlier. And again, Mickens, he is just a difference maker right now. 3 catches, 99 yards with that long of 67. And again, he also caught a touchdown pass earlier. Rowland, 3 catches, 39 yards. He's been really effective after the catch. Moore, 1 for 12. Mariner, 2 for 54. Again, he's been free as can be. They're not covering him. Turner with the nice short routes there, 3 for 22. Ross, 1 for 8. And then nothing really of note on defense as of yet. Again, offense has just been controlling this game as we're working our way back to action. 2-0 Florida. Okay, Florida. Look at that. I picked Florida to win. Not like I'm a big NHL fan, but I felt like Florida was going to win. TJ Watt traded yet? Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not, but I don't know. I'm kind of warming up to the idea now. As long as we get a first-round pick and something else. All right, in the shotgun. 3 tight ends in there. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson takes up the middle, and he is met immediately as he may have gotten a yard. I'm not too sure. They are not having much success running the ball. McCrary is a good player. He's been very good for the Panthers tonight. And it looks like they are going to give him a yard. So 3rd and goal at the 4. Would be a shame if they're not able to punch it in. But, again, I'm not taking sides. I have no dog in this fight. I'm just calling this game because I like football. 2 receivers to the right. Make it 3 as Rowland's in motion. Tamu back to pass. Moving to his left. Throws to the end zone. It is in and out of the hands of number 19. He had to make a nice jump there like a sea of hands, but unfortunately there was no catch there, so it falls incomplete. So I don't know what they're going to do here, if they're going to go for it or just out. The throw was just a tad bit high, and that's with 19 there. He jumped, he perfectly timed it, just wasn't able to make the catch. All right, so McCrane's going to come out here for 3. He's 14 for 20 on the year. There's the snap. The hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So DC is able to get some points on the board as they are down 13-9 to the Panthers with 13:45 left to go in the second quarter. 2 favorite hockey teams are the Flyers and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are good. Flyers, I don't think I've ever seen them good. So it looks like we're not going to commercial break here. So again, I'll just stick right here. Golden Knights. The Golden Knights have been good since day one. Again, here are your stats for both teams. It's been all offense. So if you love offense, here you go. It's been pretty exciting stuff. Teamu, 7 for 10, 149 and a touchdown. Perkins, again, 6 for 7, 84. He's more of the conservative passer. He's just kind of moving the chains. But, again, he's still averaging 12 yards an attempt, which is really good. But most of his stuff has been like that one big pass and, just other short. Tamu, he really stretches the field with his stuff. He really does. Again, Jackson 5 for 15 there, wasn't able to do much. And I feel like the blocking, the O-line for DC is just not as good. Michigan seems to have a pretty good O-line. As looks like we're about to kick off here. I heard a whistle. They better not have catfished me here. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. As there's the kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. He's bringing it out at the 10, 15, trying to do something, and he did nothing as he's met at the 15. Maybe actually ran backwards a little bit. Maybe they're going to mark it at the 14. I don't know. They're marking it at the 15. Okay. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 15 for Michigan. As, again, both of their drives have ended with a touchdown. Actually going to move it to the 16. He never crossed that line. I don't understand these referees. Anyway, 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Now they're making it trips to the left as he sends a man in motion. Now he goes in motion again. Hands it off to Tawa. Tawa's met immediately, still fighting, and gets about a yard, maybe 2. I'd say probably a yard there. So interviewing Danny Etling on the sideline. He's the Michigan backup. I guess trying to just being ready, I guess, whenever. So 2nd and 9. 2 receivers to the left. No, 3 receivers to the left. 1 receiver to the right in the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's caught at the 22, and that's where he will be tackled at Turner with the catch. Gain of about 5. So 3rd and short coming up for the Panthers. I hate whenever they don't show the field. It just takes me out of it. It really does. All right, so 3rd and 4, ball at the 22. They need to get to the 26 for the first down. Perkins in the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins back to pass. Heavy pressure stepping up, and he can't avoid it as he is sacked. Brought down at the 20, so that's a loss of about 2. And that's going to be the first punt of the game for either team. So finally some defense there by DC defenders living up to their name. As the DC defenders will get the ball back with, they got plenty of time here. So again, 4th and 7, they're going to punt. And looks like there's a timeout. I have no idea why in the world they'd be calling a timeout. All right, DC's calling a timeout. Flyers were at least in the finals in 2010. Well, it's been a while. But yeah. All right, so it looks like we're taking a little break at 11:43. Left to go in the first half. Michigan up 13-9, but DC is going to get the ball back whenever they return to action. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. I'll do my sales pitch here again. Again, I already have the Hall of Fame game up there. I don't know what else you need if you're a football fan. But, I'll be doing college and NFL. Later down the road, I'll be doing, of course, the Ireland game. That'll be fun. Iowa State, Kansas State. I already have the thumbnail made. I just need to post it. And then you guys will, you guys will vote for that second window. Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, and Hawaii. So you guys will have a lot of say on what the games that I do on this channel. And the same thing again for Saturday, the following Saturday. Even during the week, I'll be doing that as well. NFL, of course, I'm doing every Steelers game. And then, of course, you guys will vote for that afternoon window. And if you guys do happen to pick like a 3:05 game, I'll just, we'll just go in there a little bit late if the Steelers-Jets game runs late. And let's just say Tennessee-Denver wins. And, and this game goes till like 3:20, like it went to overtime. I'll just pick up again, like in the middle of the first quarter. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine. But again, you guys will have a lot of lot to say on this channel as far as like polls and stuff like that, as I'm still trying to learn how to do all this. So hopefully I earn that subscription if I'm doing an okay job. Defenders showing up there. Yeah, no, they definitely were. Hopefully all goes well for the first NFL game in Brazil. I'm sure it will. So actually, I do want to say I cannot do. It's a thing you brought it up. I can't do any Friday night games, and that's the reason is. And don't let that be the reason, by the way. Like, come on, it's rare. But I actually call local, or for the local high school here. I'm part of this little network, and I do play-by-play for the local high school where I live. So that's pretty fun. So yeah, Friday nights, pretty much until our season is over. Which that starts August 29th, and I don't think they'll go to the playoffs. So, I mean, it'll probably be 10. Maybe I cover a game for another local team that first round, but this whole area is not good at football. So it'll probably be 11 Fridays where I can't do anything. So if there's, I guess maybe I can do that Black Friday game. That's probably the only thing I can think of for as far as Fridays. But yeah, no, I'll be able to do Fridays after that. But, just for the first bit of the season, I will not be able to do Friday games because I'm actually calling live high school football here where I live. So that's fun. But yeah, no, hopefully everything does go well for that game as we're returning to action here. Again, if you do remember, Perkins was sacked, heavy pressure there. So they're going to have to punt to DC. And again, pretty much every drive has ended in the score. This is the first one that has not. So this is the first punt of the game. So I'm sure we'll return to whenever they decide to. Okay, there we go. I don't see a punt return. Okay, there we go. The graphic was covering the punt returner there. All right, at the 19 again, 4th and 7. They're forced to punt. Vernon boots it away. And this was not a good punt. Oh, well, it gets a nice little bounce. So that actually wasn't too bad after the bounce. That landed at like the 50, but it's going to bounce to the 37. And that's where DC will start. So let's see. DC will start at the 37. Again, 13-9 is your score if you weren't able to sniff that out. If you're listening in the car, if you're driving, well, I guess I can understand that. But I got a scoreboard there and down there. So hopefully, I'm used to pointing that way because I'm on the other side of the screen. Anyway, yeah, no, we're going to shut up now as 1st and 10 at the 37. If I had to guess, they're going to be in the shotgun. Look at that. They are. I don't know how many receivers to the left or right yet. They're not showing me nothing. Okay, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, 2 backs right beside him. Actually, Mickens was in the backfield. Now he's making it trips to the left. Tamu, back to pass. Stepping up, throws, it's caught at the 43, and that's where he'll be tackled at the 43. Number 83 with the catch. That was by Sanders for a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4. Ball at the 43. Hopefully Michigan can stop them this time. Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, DC has scored on, all good things come to an end, but they have scored on every drive. Of course, Michigan, same thing prior to the last drive. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tamu back to pass, throwing it deep down the right side. It is caught. Pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Nice little fade route. And Sanders makes a nice grab there for the first down. 30, yeah, pushed out at about the 29, 28-yard line. So that was a gain of 29. So they're going to mark him at the 28. RFK, hey, yeah, welcome back to vacation. Hopefully, or from vacation, not to vacation. This is not a vacation spot. Hopefully it was a good vacation. I look forward to mine in about a month or so. All right, they're marking it at the 27, actually. So 1st and 10. Again, they are just killing it right now with as far as like killing it, not in a good way, killing everything here, the immersion, just like not showing the game right now. Okay, 1st and 10 at the 27. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. I don't know, maybe you guys like it. I don't like anything like as far as interviewing the players on the sideline during the game and all that. I don't like it. In the shotgun, Ta'amu back to pass. Looking, fires, it's caught at the 23, 20, brought down at the 19. That was Mickens. Again, he's been very dangerous for DC today. Big catch, well, send me a ticket to Aruba. Oh, yeah. I don't think I could afford that. I'm not exactly the richest guy in the world. So 2nd and 2 here at the 19. In the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Sending Mickens in motion. He's making it trips to the right. Ta'amu back to pass. Throws to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, DC Defenders. Powell with the crosser, breaking free in the end zone with the 19-yard catch as DC has taken the lead here in the second quarter. And like I said, the money was on Michigan. Michigan blew them out. All the signs were there. All the signs were there. I mean, again, the second half may tell a different story, but as of now, they're making it interesting as it's 15-13, of course, pending the extra point. Those sideline interviews can get annoying. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, I guess, if you're watching the game, but like I'm trying to call the game, and I need to see what's on the field. Empty set, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ta'amu back to pass, heavy pressure, retreating, throws, and there's no one there. That's going to be incomplete. But the damage is done. DC taking the lead for the first time in this one, 15-13, with 9:24 left in the first half. They're going to commercial break. I, of course, am forced to stay here, and that's no problem. No problem at all. Again, I'll do one little sales pitch here. Again, if you like football, hit that subscribe button. Again, I already have the Hall of Fame game up. College football, I'll be doing at least 2 games every Saturday. I pick one, you pick the other. You guys will be voting for it. Same with the NFL. I'm doing every Steelers game. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, no, I was looking for this week 1. I'll be doing every Steelers game, and again, you guys will vote for that afternoon window. So again, if you like football, this is a great channel for you. Scoring back and forth like an arena game. Yeah, I didn't really get to watch many arena games. I just remember the Philadelphia Soul and the Dallas Desperados. Those were cool. My computer is lagging. That's not good. That's never a good sign. All right. Ta'amu, 10 for 13, 202, 2 touchdowns. Perkins, 7 for 8, 89 yards and a touchdown pass. Again, both quarterbacks doing very well. Perkins is more of, again, the short to intermediate throw guy. Ta'amu's taking the shots down the field. He really is today. Look at that. 15 yards an attempt. That is like 1960s, 1970s numbers there. Jackson, 5 carries, 15 yards. Rowland, 1 for 10. Ta'amu, 2 for 6 on the ground. McCrary, 3 carries, 40 yards. Taua, 4 for 18. Mickens, 4 for 106. Again, he has been a thorn in the Michigan side tonight. Sanders, 2 for 36. Rowland, 2 for 29. Powell with that catch, the touchdown catch just a moment ago. 1 for 19 and a touchdown. Moore, 1 for 12. And then for the Panthers, 2 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown for Mariner. Again, he was wide open down that right sideline. No one there. Turner, 4 for 27. Ross, 1 for 8. And then we did have a sack. That was by Fisher. He had the sack there on that earlier drive. DC Defenders can't keep this up. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Let me actually look at their schedule here. So, weren't exactly they kind of came a little bit alive in the middle of the season there. First few games, didn't really score much. I don't know if you can't really see that. Scoring 37 against the Renegades, 33 against the Renegades, 32. So they scored a lot of points against teams that weren't good. So I guess I see what you're saying. But they did win 36-18 last week. So there is that. Again, I got to call that game. That was pretty fun. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, the money's on Michigan, and Vegas always has to win. Always remember that. All right, so look, they're bringing over the sports betting analyst. The line is still at 2.5 there for Michigan. So Michigan is still the favorite despite the lead. Hope you're right, and defenders don't keep it up. Yeah, again, we'll see. See what happens. I think Michigan will win. Most of you guys think they're going to win. 83% of you guys think it's going to be the Panthers over the defenders here. As we're about to get underway here to resume this one. McCrane set to kick it off again. Michigan going right to left on your YouTube screen. And it's off. Fielded at the 4, at the 10, the 20. Hits his own guy, and the ball came out, and it's recovered by DC. Unbelievable for Michigan, running into his own guy. Started getting pummeled by a bunch of defenders, and the ball came loose. Oh, it was caused by his own player. No way. Oh, my goodness. Oaks for Michigan tried to grab his own player. He forced his own fumble. Michigan forcing the fumble on Michigan. That is actually insane now. You would never hear that. So that awareness rating in the next Madden, if he ever is in a football game again, that's going to be a 0. Red Sox being the Yanks now. Yeah, no, good grief. Michigan just shooting themselves in the foot, handing DC a first and goal opportunity. Or at least that's what it says. It's saying at the 11. I'm not too sure. No, yeah, the ball is at the 8. I don't know what in the world's going on over here. As we have a timeout by Michigan. As, again, they look upset on defense. They are confused. Again, Michigan taking the ball out, and then their own player tries to rip it out. It causes the fumble. DC taking advantage. That is unbelievable. That's NFL follies right there. That is on the Sports Center, not top 10. That would be number 1 for sure. That was amazing. That's a special play there by Oaks, the tight end. Shout out Oaks for stripping your own players the ball away. That is amazing. All right, so first and goal here for DC. So they're returning from the timeout. In the shotgun is Teamu. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Mickens in motion. Teamu back to pass. Throws to the end zone. It is in and out of the hands of Mickens. May have been just a tad too late there, but that one was close as it falls incomplete. Mickens talking trash to a fan. Oh, man, Mickens and the fan having a little conversation there. So it's going to bring up second and goal. Bush League. I can't believe it. I've never seen that before. Own player trying to rip the ball out of their own player's hands and causing the fumble and then losing possession. All right, second and goal here at the 8. Or no, pardon me, at the 7. In the shotgun. Teamu hands it off. At the 5. Tackled at the 3-yard line. That was Roland. A little jet sweep there. So they're going to make it 3rd and 3. Well, 3rd and goal at the 3 pretty much coming up here for DC. 8:25 and counting here in the first half. As looks like there's some communication issues for DC here. All right, we're back. We're good. In the shotgun is DC. They only have 4 seconds. They better get this play off. They just do. Hands it off to Jackson. Jackson shrugs the guy off, reaching for the end zone. And he's marked at the half-yard line. That was a great effort by Jackson. But the referee said he was down. Again, he shrugs the guy off immediately. Again, the O-line is not good for DC. But good effort there. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that knee touched. Oh, I think it just did. That was good. Great effort by Jackson, but it's going to be 4th and goal. Looks like they're going for it on 4th and goal. Ta'amu, RPO, running to the right side, cuts inside, extends, touchdown, DC Defenders. 4th and goal at the 1. It looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss, cut inside, and it just wrecked the Michigan defense. Again, DC's offensive line, there's no one there. But Ta'amu had to do it all himself, making multiple defenders miss. That is insane. The offensive line not really doing much for DC today, but it doesn't matter as they are now up 21-13 pending the extra point. The butt fumble. Oh, you know what? That's fair enough. I forgot about that. But that one wasn't on purpose. This one was. All right, they're going for 2 in the shotgun. Ta'amu throws wide open. Is the tight end as the 2-point conversion is successful as DC, despite being the underdogs today, despite getting wrecked earlier in the season 38-14, are now up 23-13. Again, it goes back to that fumble on the kickoff return where their own player, the Panthers player, rips the ball out of his own hands or his own teammates' hands, and DC recovers. That was amazing. That was one of the best plays I've ever seen. I can't believe that. Such a gift for DC. No, it really was. I don't know if you might have to check if Oaks was paid off. That was one of the wildest things I'd ever seen. I think, and again, everyone watching here, if you're like, what the heck is he talking about? You'll see it later. If that'll trend. That's going to trend on social media later. You will see that, and you'll be like, what the heck was he doing? So 7:13 left to go in the first half, and maybe there'll be no, friendly fire here on the kickoff like last time. As McCrane for DC is going to kick it off again, going right to left on your YouTube screen. Fields it at the 5. He's running away from any teammate this time at the 20. And he's met at the 24, and that's where he's going to be brought down. As Michigan, again, finding themselves down by 10. They were up 13-9 just a few minutes ago. But DC is coming back, and, they've taken the lead. So they will have the ball at the 25-yard line to begin this drive. I might at halftime have to get a new water, so that's my bad. And you guys will leave at halftime anyway. It's fine. All right, 1st and 10. And, timeout. There's what in the world happened? The referee just threw a flag. Hold on here. The referee just threw a flag. I don't know. He's talking to Perkins. Too many men on the huddle. Oh, man. The Michigan just beating themselves up. So now it's 1st and 15 for no reason. Again, too many men in the huddle. I can't believe what I'm watching. I'm sure Michigan fans are not thrilled at what they're listening to. All right, so 1st and 15. You're definitely seeing why these guys are in the UFL. As 2 receivers to the left, 2 tight ends in tight. In the shotgun is Perkins. Perkins back to pass. Play action. Moving to his left. Heavy pressure. Trying to evade. And he can't. Throws. And they're going to say that may have been an incomplete pass. He was getting wrecked, but he was able to throw it away. I don't know if they're going to say intentional grounding or not. It looks like, okay, so they threw the late flag. Yeah, I think there might have been. I don't know what the call is on the field because we're interviewing fans. Doctor, what kind of crowds do these games get? What is the approximate? It's really not. It's not packed by any means. I really couldn't tell you. I'll try to do some research on that, but it does not look like it's packed by any means. It might be 15% capacity, maybe. Again, I couldn't tell you if there was a flag. Looks like they picked up the flag. It's going to be 2nd and 15. In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins telling them to switch. Again, I feel like Perkins is very frustrated. I don't blame him. So empty set now as he sends the running back out. Perkins back to pass. Throws over the middle. It is in and out of the hands. He took a shot, but it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Intentional grounding. It kind of looked like it, but they picked up the flag. And honestly, there was a receiver close now that I think about it. He was about 10 yards away. What venue? They're playing at the St. Louis, I forgot what it's called, or what it was called with the Rams, but it's the St. Louis Rams Stadium. Raymond James? No, it's not Raymond James. I don't remember. 3rd and 15. In the shotgun. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins back to pass. Moving to his right. Trying to find somebody. Throws. It is incomplete. As Michigan is just imploding right before our very eyes. They look like they were in control. Their first 2 drives were touchdowns. They look like they were just going down the field with ease. All of a sudden, nothing doing. So they're going to have to punt it away. The Dome. Is that what it's called? It's pretty sad attendance, as you can tell by a lot of the TV coverage. Yeah, like I said, like all the shots are showing, it does not look good and promising. As here's the punt. 10, 20, 30. 39-yard punt field at the 41. Mickens. He's just kind of dancing around. Oh, he dives forward. That was a nice little play by Mickens to get about an extra 2 or 3 yards as he's going to be marked down at the 47. So 5:20 left in the first half, and I think they're going to stay here. So that's great. More football for us. Just looking quickly at the stats here before they come back here. Tamu, again, 10 for 14, 202. Perkins, 7 for 11, 89. Jackson, 6 for 17. Rowland, 2 for 14 on the ground. Tiamu, 3 for 7 with the touchdown. McCurry, 3 for 40. Again, they've had to abandon the run game, and that's where the problem is going to be for Michigan. They are much more of a run-first team. 1st and 10 at the 46, trips to the left. Tamu back to pass, fires. Mickens wide open at the 45, spinning. And he's still on his feet at the 40, 35, and that's where he'll be marked out of bounds. The defender, the Michigan defender, was tackling him, and it seemed like he gave up. I don't know what in the world happened there. Caught it at the 48, spinning around. And, he stopped tackling because he thought he was marked down, but he wasn't. He stayed on his feet. Mickens showing great effort there as he's at 5 catches, 125 and a touchdown, averaging 25 yards a catch. Very great game for Mickens. 1st and 10 here for the defenders. At the 35. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. They got to hurry. There we go. Jamu back to pass. Quarterback draw. I don't know what that was. He took off as he is trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I think that's where he's going to get to thanks to one of the linemen pushing him forward. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Phone died, plugged in away from me. Cinemax is now in. A lot of stuff there to unpack, Trisk. Okay, I gotcha. Drive safe, please. Yeah, I know, right? Great family. Oh, Edward Jones. That's right, it was. That's right, Edward Jones. I was thinking Raymond James. So I was right on the name thing, but I not correct on the actual name. 2nd and 10 here in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Tiamu back to pass. Fires down the right side. It's caught by Rowland at the 30. Hops over a defender. Marked out at the 28. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up for the defenders. So 3rd and 3. Ball at the 28. They need to get to the 25 to keep the drive going. In the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tiamu keeps it, and he gets the first down. Nice little play there, a little RPO option there, the option to pitch it, but he kept it, and he picks up the 3 yards. That's enough for the first down. Is Edward Jones related to former defensive legend Deacon Jones? Ooh, I don't know. I'll look it up. 1st and 10, though, here for defenders. For the defenders at the 25. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tiamu hands it off to Jackson. Jackson trying to fight forward. Gets a lot of push from his O-line. He may have gotten 3 or 4 there. No, the financial company sponsor. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, no, so Sean asks a lot of questions like who's related to who for the baseball streams. That's his thing. 2nd and 6. Ball at the 21. Very favorable spot. In the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. 2 to the right. Tiamu back to pass. Steps up. Tosses. It's caught at the 14. Falls down as he catches it, but that is enough for a first down. That was Powell with the catch. So a first down for the defenders. Again, this has been all defenders. They've just been on fire as 17 unanswered has giving them a 23-13 lead with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Again, there are your stats for the evening. Tiamu 13 for 17, 235, 2 touchdowns. Perkins 7 for 11, 89 yards and a touchdown. Jackson 7 for 21 on the ground. Rowland 2 for 14, Tiamu 4 for 10 on the ground over here for Michigan. 3 for 40, 4 for 18. And then in the air, catching the ball, Mickens, 5 catches, 125 and a touchdown. Rowland 3 for 36, Sanders 2 for 36, Powell 2 for 26. Moore 1 for 12. Receiving for the Panthers, Mariner 2 for 54. Turner 4 for 27. 1 for 8. And again, there's been some defensive plays here as a half a sack for Stone Jr. and Stallworth and a sack for Fisher for DC. Deacon Jones was a legendary football player. Yeah, no, I know. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. This is not my first UFL game, and it won't be my last football game as, well, we got college football ready to go in about, less than 2 months now. Iowa State, Kansas State, and again, you guys will vote for the second game that day. So again, you guys will have a lot of say in what I cover on this channel. Same thing for Saturdays going forward. And then, of course, for the NFL, I'll be doing every Steelers game, but that's not the end of my Sunday. No, I will be doing an afternoon stream where you guys, once again, pick that afternoon game. So again, you guys will be picking 50% of the games I do. So hopefully, if you like what you hear, you like what you listen, then you definitely hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps. As you can see, I'm not the most popular guy. It has grown a lot, and I really am thankful for the baseball community. They've been fantastic. Sean, I met a lot of these guys because of baseball. But yeah, no, I'm ready for football. Hopefully you guys, again, if you're a football fan, then definitely hit that subscribe button. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're waiting to see, again, 2-minute warning here. 23-13 is your score. Defenders with the ball in the red zone as they're looking to add on to this 17-point unanswered run they have. As, again, they've scored 17 points here in the second quarter. Michigan with nothing. It looked like Michigan was going to run away with it. Again, they looked really efficient in the first quarter, scoring touchdowns on both of their drives, but have done nothing since. And, of course, there was that friendly fire incident where their own player ripped the ball out of their hands. Pretty hard to win when it's 12-10. But it is what it is. As we're returning to action here again, 23-13 is your score here at the 2-minute warning. As they're showing the Michigan coach just yell at every single Michigan player. And probably rightfully so. Doesn't seem to be too happy. The defense has just been getting torched. They've been getting torched by Mickens, by, again, just a plethora of DC defenders. Ta'amu's had some nice carries on the ground. Again, that 1-yard touchdown. There was no one blocking for him. He had to do it all for himself, and he scored. I mean, Ta'amu's been fantastic today. As eventually, okay, there we go. 1st and 10 at the 14. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ta'amu, RPO, hands it off at the 10. Brought down at the 5. I'm not too sure who that was. That was Smith on the carry. Nice little carry there. Gain of 9. This is crazy. Have a real rage fit there. Yeah, well, you got to, I guess, inspire your players, get onto them, not holding anybody accountable. So he's got to do it. 2nd and 1 in the shotgun. Ta'amu hands it off to Jackson, cuts inside, hurdles, touchdown, DC Defenders. It's been all DC in the second quarter as they continue to just keep on ramping up the score, as it is now 29-13. There is no fumble there. I'm sorry. Not quite. It's 29-13, of course, pending the extra point. It's been all DC here. $23 unanswered. Again, pending the extra point here. I'm not too sure what they're doing. They're showing everything but the field. In the shotgun. Hands it off to Smith, who hands it to Mickens. Mickens tosses it to Ta'amu in the end zone for their own Philly special. The 2-point conversion is successful. Oh, man, to add insult to injury, they do a trick play. And that is just unfortunate for the Michigan Panthers. So 31-13 is your score. I mean, I don't think anyone, again, you look at the poll we had earlier, 78% of you guys, 27 votes in, think it was going to be Michigan. But unfortunately for the voters, it's been all DC. Again, a far cry what happened earlier this year with the Panthers. Pretty much doing what the DC Defenders are doing to them. 38-14 was the score earlier on May 4th there. Today, it's been all DC, or at least in the second quarter. First quarter, again, Michigan looked really good. It was like, okay, this is going to be a good game. 25 unanswered points later, it's 31-13. That is just insane. Michigan, they got to score here before halftime. There's no way they can't. All right, McCrane kicks it off. Fielded at the 3. He's at the 10, 15, 20. Tackled at the 25. And that's where Michigan will begin their drive. Again, it's been all DC here. Just showing you the box score here while we have this little break in the action. Ta'amu, 13 for 17, 235, 2 touchdowns. Jackson, 8 for 26 and a touchdown. Rowland, 2 for 14 and a no touchdown there. Ta'amu, 4 for 10 on the ground and a touchdown. Smith, 1 for 9. And again, there are your receiving stats. It's, again, been all DC, as here's Perkins in the offense here. 1st and 10 at the 24. They marked him at the 24. Hands it to Tawa. Oh, and he's hit hard. He will get 5, but he definitely left his feet there. So 2nd and 5 here, as they're trying to do a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. In the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. It's moving to his left. Throws. It is caught over the middle. He's at the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. Reverses field. 35, 30, 25, 20. Cuts inside. 15, 10. Breaking tackles. Touchdown as the ball comes out. But I think that is a touchdown. What a catch and run by Turner. He's been the short yardage receiver, and he turns it into a huge gain. But there is a flag down. What is the call? Everyone's looking around. Turner didn't look too happy, but I don't know if that means anything or not. It's going to go on the defense. So the score is going to stand 71-yard catch and run by Turner. Looked like Antonio Brown after he caught the ball. That was just amazing, just zigging and zagging after just everything. So here's the personal foul after the play. So it was a personal foul. So it's going to cut, I imagine, all the distances in half. All right. So again, personal foul there by the DC. But yeah, what a catch and run by Malik Turner. 71 yards by Turner. That was fantastic. Looked like it was going to be a sack. Again, I want to shout out Perkins here, evading the pressure and just kind of throwing a little desperation pass about 5-10 yards down the field as he was facing heavy pressure. And Turner with a nice catch and run there. So 3-point attempt is going to be at the 2. In the shotgun as there's going to be a challenge flag. Oh, man. So it's going to be a challenge flag. I guess it's going to be on the personal foul. And this would, again, if they were able to convert this 3-point conversion, of course, they are challenging it here. So DC is challenging. Okay, so DC is challenging a holding call. This would nullify. Ooh. Oh, man. They're challenging a holding call, and honestly, that is a hold, but Dean Blandino is trying to politic his way through this one, saying it's not that big of a hold. Wow. Okay, I'll be straight up honest with you. That is a hold. If this were the Kansas City Chiefs on offense, well, on defense, that would be a hold, okay? But there is no foul, so there's going to be a 3-point attempt at the 2. And yes, you're a Chiefs fan there. You probably didn't like that. It is what it is. Enjoy your stay on top, I guess, is what I'm going to say. Got some more stuff. Oh, really? I haven't checked. I don't know. I don't want to refresh it. I don't want to be disappointed. But that's cool. Thank you guys again. So that's up from 207. As again, thank you guys so much again. Football fans, you are definitely not going to regret subbing, as I will be doing this again for college and NFL. So hopefully I see you there. Tell your friends, of course, hey, this guy's not too bad. You like Jaguar, you like Grossi, you like all those guys. This guy, not as good, but he's passable. All right, so 3-point try from the 2 in the shotgun. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Perkins hands it off, and he is met immediately. The 3-point attempt is no good. But the score is now 31-19. I did say they had to score before half to make this, interesting, to give themselves some life. Because, again, if they went into halftime down 31-13, they would be pretty much cooked up there in the brain. They would be like, no, this is over. But that was a fantastic catch and run by Turner. Shout out Turner. That was great. So it's now 31-19. You like jazz? That is what it is for those Chiefs fans. Yeah. I don't know. Were you doing I don't know why I thought of the Bee movie there. Unless that's a straight up question that I don't think I've listened to jazz in my life. All right, but again, DC will have an opportunity here to at least put up 3 with 49 seconds left, and the way they've been moving the ball. I mean, the deep shots by Te'amu and Mickens. Mickens has been a thorn in the side for Michigan. As here is the kick, and again, they're doing that nice little kickoff there. Oh, they bumped into each other. The ball's on the ground, and he's going to have to take a knee at the 15. What in the world happened? The guy on the right was waiting for the ball, and the guy on the left, it was a knuckleball, so it was kind of moving to the right, and he bumps into the guy. It was a fumble, but they're able to get on top of it, and that's where they're going to stay. So, oh, man, that would have been crazy to see. You're saying you like NFL, you like college. Oh, I gotcha. So, BMU, yeah. Look at that. All right, 1st and 10 here. See, our generation grew up watching the same thing then. Look at that. 1st and 10 at the 15. Michigan with only 2 timeouts, so I don't think they're going to get the ball back. In the shotgun, Ta'amu back to pass, fires. It is caught at the 20, but he does go out of bounds. So I don't know if, again, that was part of the plan. I'm assuming it was. So 2nd and 5 coming up with 43 seconds left to go in the first half. In the shotgun yet again. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ta'amu back, again, he's in the shotgun. Ta'amu, play action, tosses to Mickens. That's going to be caught. He does stay in bounds. Tackled at the 32. I don't really know what in the world's going on. They're saying he went out of bounds. It did look like he was out of bounds. That's interesting. But the clock stops at 38 seconds as DC looks like they're going to keep the pedal to the metal. You got to respect it. If you're a Michigan fan, you hate it, but they are trying here. Yeah, Mickens trying to go out of bounds. Yeah, how in the world? Okay, so he was not tackled out of bounds. I don't know. That's a bad call. Again, I'm just calling it down the middle. I'm not taking a side here, I promise. Whoever wins this game is not going to impact my life at all, I promise. UFL. Anyway, 1st and 10 here at the 27. Ta'amu back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the left side. It is caught. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, DC defenders. Unbelievable. Michigan allowing the one thing they absolutely couldn't do. Ty Scott with the 73-yard catch down the left sideline. And Michigan just looks defeated right now. DC's celebrating right in front of them. Michigan's just staring. Unbelievable. Of course, the Steeler fan would know that reference, be honest. Yeah, no, I don't have a Bumblebee jersey. I do not, no. If I find one for cheap up in Pennsylvania, I'll go ahead and buy it, but nah. I don't think I'll be buying much Steelers merch until they win a playoff game. I need to see them win a playoff game for me to buy more merch. All right, so 37-19. They're going for 2 in the shotgun. This is crazy. Ta'amu in the shotgun. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. But DC pretty much nullifying that great effort by Turner, as it's now 37-19 with 27 seconds left to go in the first half. This has been a long first half, a lot of scoring. And I think, was it Alec or Chris that mentioned the Arena League? I mean, that's a great it's been pretty much Arena League scoring here tonight. Scott was just free, beating Delaney down the left side. Delaney's looking around like, what the heck? He was supposed to get safety help. So maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, if you like scoring, if you like offense, then this is the game for you. Wish it was a little bit more back and forth, as DC is going to kick off again with 27 seconds. Michigan's not really built to go down the field, especially in this amount of time. So 37-19 as McCrane is kicking it off. Knuckleball. Fields it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's where he's brought down. So Michigan will have 23 seconds. They might be able to settle for 3. I don't know, but they're going to need something. Again, I don't think they're going to do anything here. Again, they're not exactly a high-powered offense, but they're going to have to pretend to be. All right, so at the 25 here are Perkins and the rest of the Panthers here. In the shotgun, McCrary to his right. 1 receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Perkins back to pass. Stepping up, and he throws, and it is incomplete. He was hit as he threw. That was dangerous. got to credit that he's not giving up. But again, if he threw a pick there, I would say this game would be over at that point, as it could have been 40-19, possibly 43-19. But anyway, it isn't. That didn't happen. So 2nd and 10 at the 25. 18 seconds left before the half. And looks like they're going to go into victory formation, though without the victory, as that is going to do it for the first half. DC is all over Michigan right now, 37-19, as you can see on the screen. It's thanks to this second quarter. Look at that. Well, that's terrible. 31 points here in the second quarter to Michigan's 6. I mean, that is insane. So it is halftime. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for halftime. I don't know if you guys will stick around for halftime. I, of course, will be here, or at least, I might step out for a second or whatnot. But can look over some of the stats here. Te'amu, 16 for 20, 320, and 3 touchdowns, no picks. Jackson, 8 carries for 26 yards. Rowland, 2 for 14. Te'amu, 4 for 10. Smith, 1 for 9. Micken, 6 catches, 132. Scott, 1 for 73. Again, he just had that huge grab down the left sideline. Sanders, 3 for 41. Rowland, 3 for 36. Powell, 2 for 26, and a touchdown as well. And Moore, 1 for 12. For the Panthers, 8 for 13, 160, 2 touchdowns, no picks. McCrary, 3 for 40 on the ground. Tawa, 5 for 23. Perkins, 1 for -1. And then in through the air for receiving, 5 catches, 98 yards. Again, Turner with a fantastic catch and run there. That was great, but unfortunately it was undone by the next drive. Mariner, 2 for 54 and a touchdown. Ross, 1 for 8. So that's pretty much it. That's all the stats. Again, I talked about it earlier. The Panthers are not built to come back. They are really just a play from ahead. They're kind of like the Steelers in a way. It's kind of like the Battlehawks, really. I said the exact same thing last week. They're a conservative offense. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Take care of the ball. And as you can see, DC came to play today. And it'll take a lot for the Panthers to really turn this around in the second half. Again, I see you guys still think, well, you guys can't really change the vote. So 75%, of you guys thought the Panthers were going to win. It's still doable. It's still technically a 2-score game with the 9-point plays and all that stuff. But it's looking pretty rough. There are your stats for the team. Time of possession, defenders at 17, Panthers at 12. Just total yards, 379. I mean, that's the Steelers on a really good day through 4 quarters. That's the defenders in 1 half. I mean, that is wow. 10 yards of play. Panthers at 9 yards of play. Again, they had a whole possession wiped away because their own player ripped the ball out of their hands. That was pretty wild. And again, here's your passing stats. Again, it's going to be one-sided in that category. And the fact that the Panthers are, haven't been able to run the ball, that's just the problem. They're a running team, and you can't run the ball because you're down. So it's just unfortunate. I honestly can't remember who won the coin toss. I can't remember who's going to. Let me look at it. Full play-by-play here. Give me this. That is not what I wanted. That doesn't. Okay, that is a terrible link. Anyway, I think I might step away for halftime. I'll be back probably in about 5 minutes. I need some more water, because I rely on water to call these games. Again, if you like what you see, before I go, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot. Again, I've been doing this for a while. Been doing this, not really a while, since like college basketball season. And obviously, it's baseball. I try to get UFL when I can. Obviously, as of late, I've been doing a little bit more of it. And, of course, this is the last game of the season. But, again, I'm ready for football season, NFL. If you're an NFL college football fan, which most of you guys should be, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And, again, ready for college football. Iowa State, Kansas State, I'm calling that one. You guys will vote for that second window there, either Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Hawaii. I don't know. You guys are going to vote for it. So I'll put that poll up just, probably about 5 or 4 days before that game starts. So probably in the middle of the week there. And then same for NFL. I'm a Steelers fan. You probably cringe at that. So I'll be doing Steelers Jets, and that's fine. That's all fine and dandy, right? I'm a Steelers fan, but you guys are going to call that second window there. Again, you guys will be voting Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, or Los Angeles. You guys will be dictating what I call, or at least half the games that I call. So again, if you like that, if you like the sound of that, hit that subscribe button. Bad news for Michigan Panthers because DC defenders get the ball to start the second half. Okay, yeah, no, I honestly could not remember. The DC defenders do get the ball. Yeah. So that is unfortunate. So DC will have the ball to start the second half whenever they do resume action here. But again, maybe that Michigan defense, it rises to the occasion. They don't seem to have a great defense, to be honest with you. Just looking at the allowing 32 to the Battlehawks. Well, they're okay. They're about an average defense, I would think. They allowed 29 to the Stallions last week. But again, they put up 44, so, there's that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this will be hopefully a very interesting second half. It helps me out if it is, for one, possible viewer count, and then two, excitement. But it's been pretty good so far. Been a lot of offense, and that's what we like to see. I get tired of those baseball games, especially Pirates games, where it's like, the Pirates lost 1-2 today. Yeah, a lot of action in that one. Not really. So, all right, I think I might step away. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Again, go do whatever you got to do. I mean, unless you guys want to talk away, then I'll stay. But I'm still kind of new to this YouTube thing, so I don't really know what to do during the dead time. I'm still learning. I'll figure it out. NFL season, I think I'll have a lot more to talk about. Other games going on. Tonight, well, obviously it's the only UFL game. So, but yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I know that's terrible. If you guys leave, that's fine. I'm not going to blame you guys at all. Hopefully I see you when I come back. I'll be back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I came back anyway. I don't care. Might not watch the second half. Oh, it's all good, man. I mean, it's a blowout. I mean, as of now. Well, it's not really a blowout. It's a 2-score game. I get it, though. It's cool. It's cool. Well, I do appreciate you stopping by. If you do have to head out, that's perfectly fine. Again, thank you guys for bearing with me there for the little break I had to take. Just had to get a water and make sure the pets are fed. It's probably a lot quicker than 5 minutes. Again, it's been DC really the first quarter, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. Michigan leading at the end of the first quarter 13-6, thinking it's going to be a really good game, and then all of a sudden DC, I think they went on a 23-point run. I mean, that is amazing. But yeah, 31-6 in the second quarter, and that's why you see 37-19. It's been all DC since, and DC will have the ball to start the second half. So Michigan's going to need to stop. I don't think DC is I don't think they've punted. Have they even punted yet? I don't even know. Again, here are your stats. Tiamu 16 for 23-20 through. 16 yards an attempt is wow. 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Perfect passer rating. That's a shocker. Again, 8 carries and 26 yards for Deion Jackson, the former Colt. 1 touchdown. Rowland 2 carries for 14 yards. Tiamu 4 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown. Smith 1 carry for 9 yards. Receiving Mickens, he has been amazing today, just getting free in the middle of the field, deep in the middle of the field. 6 catches, 132 and a touchdown. Scott 1 catch for 73 yards and a touchdown. Sanders 3 catches, 41 yards. Rowland 3 for 36. Powell 2 for 26 and a touchdown. Moore 1 catch for 12 yards. Let's see on the defense. Fisher had a sack. Really nothing else of note. There are your fumbles there. Kick return, kicking. McCrane's 1 for 1. Yeah, no punting. No punting at all. So Michigan's going to have to force a punt to begin this second half whenever they decide to do that. Perkins, 9 for 13, 160, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Statistically really good. He hasn't really made any bad decisions. Well, he had that one iffy, but for the most part he's been good. They've been behind. McCrary here, 3 carries, 40 yards and a touchdown. Tao 5 for 23 on the ground. Perkins 1 carry, 1 yard loss. And then Turner with that beautiful. That was Antonio Brown 5 catches, 98 yards and a touchdown. He's a lot slower than Brown, but it was really cool. 2 catches, 54 yards for Mariner. 1 catch for 8 yards for Ross. And then I think just the half a sack by Stone and Stallworth. And then, they've had a punt twice now. But yeah, it's been all DC. So we shall see. Again, I mentioned earlier, the money was on Michigan. So Vegas is going to do what they can to get DC to win. So if you believe in that sort of thing, which I don't want to, but the evidence is there, I guess. Again, feel free to chat away. I know it's during halftime. There's nothing going on, so I'm just kind of yapping right now. Again, if you're a fan of what you see or what you hear, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, I've been doing this for baseball season, and of course NFL and college football is just right around the corner. I did the DC Battlehawks game last week, and that did really well. Really pleased with that. Pardon me. Again, for college, how it's going to work, I'll be doing at least 2 games every Saturday. Iowa State, Kansas State to start off week 0, and you guys will be voting on that later window. You guys will make the call on what I call later that evening. It's going to be the same thing for every Saturday. That opening Thursday, I'm going to try to call a game. Well, I definitely will call a game. I just don't know if it'll be two games or not, as I got to save the voice for Friday night because I actually work and do the high school games here. So I can't not get paid to do that. I can't say, my voice is shot. What the heck are you doing? You're fired. And then for the NFL season, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'll be doing every Steelers game. So if you're a Steelers fan, subscribe. But if you're not a Steelers fan, you can still subscribe. Why? Because I'll be having you guys pick on what game I call later that afternoon. Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, LA, and of course that'll be going on through Week 18. So again, if you're a football fan, this is a great channel for you. If Tom Grassi and Jaguar just can't call that game, I got you covered. That's how I'm going to advertise it. I am not as good, but I'm a good backup. That's what it is. I'm a good quarterback too. So I'll hopefully earn that subscription. As again, we're still waiting for this game to resume. whenever they decide to come back. Live spread, look at that, 13.5. Actually, you can't see that. Yeah, there's no way you can see that. Oh, man. Again, feel free to chat away in the comments. I got nothing going on right now, so you want to talk about whatever? Maybe I should go ahead and just yell my 2025 NFL predictions, huh? I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm going to keep it right here. We'll wait for the video if that ever does decide to come out. So, yep, just kind of chilling, waiting for halftime, or for halftime to finish. Yeah, my bad. I'm not good at this, so. Trisk, are you still there? I don't know if you said you were leaving or not. I can't remember. Let me double check. Let me reread your last message. Phone died, plugged in anyway for me. Cinemax is down. Anyway, my bad. Do I just hide the... That's what I'll just do. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to see what would happen. Finally found a stream. Now I can watch with you. Okay, that's cool. This game is over. Yeah, no. Well, I wouldn't say it's over, Luis. Because it's still, if there were NFL rules with no 3-point conversion, I would say yeah, it's over. But it's still technically a 2-score game. So I don't know. It's. I'm not gonna say they have no chance. It's likely they have no chance, but I think it's and it's gone. Yeah, this game and stream will end early. No. I'm not gonna end this stream. I'll keep the stream going, even if it's like 65 to 19. I'll keep it going. I'm not gonna ever quit a game. I've only quit one game, and that was not a football game. It was a basketball game because there was literally I was actually streaming to nobody. I was streaming to myself. I'm like, well, no one's here. And I went through like a whole quarter. I called it early. Now it's life, pirate life, yeah. Now I know all about that Stream East stuff. I've definitely done that in the past myself, so don't do that anymore, but I used to do it. All right, so we're working our way back, hopefully. I mean, they have coverage. They're talking about it. Hopefully that means we're about to start. As I see the players on the sideline. Again, DC will be getting the ball to start the second half. So DC looks to keep up the momentum they have. Michigan needs to stop. DC is yet to punt today. So we shall see if Michigan got an earful at halftime. Let me actually look at the what's the most points they've allowed all year. 12, 30, 32, 32. Wow, so this is it. This is the most they've allowed. What a terrible time to allow the most points of the year. Now, DC most offense, 37. Wow, so this is the most points they've scored. That's crazy. Again, any given Sunday, or in this case, any given Saturday night in the UFL. All right, here is the kickoff as Pata kicks it off. And that one, I don't think that went to the 20. Or it's going to be a false start. I don't know. There's a flag anyway. It's going to be DC ball regardless. As they're showing again, Mickens has been just destroying this Panthers defense. Really, Tayamu just fantastic through the air and on the ground. They're showing that 1-yard touchdown run. So the kick was short of the landing zone, so they're going to – that's a terrible error by Michigan as DC's now going to get the ball at the 40. So that is unfortunate for Michigan as you needed them to hold him here. It makes it a little bit more difficult. All right, 1st and 10 at the 40 in the shotgun. Empty set as he sends the running backs out. Tamu back to pass. And he's heavy pressure, trying to escape, throws, it's incomplete. Very good pressure by Michigan as they were showing the stupid Madden cam where it's really hard to call a game. So that is going to be 2nd and 10. And total yards for the DC defenders in the first half, 379. Michigan at 218, which is still really good. But when you compare it to 379, which is, that's great for an NFL offense through 4 quarters, let alone 2. I mean, that is amazing. All right, 2nd and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tiamu keeps it on the RPO, goes up the middle, and he gets the first down as he was shoved down at the end of the play. Nakua doing the possible dirty work there, but that is a gain of 11 and a first down. All right, hurry up offense here in the pistol at the 49. Tiamu hands it off to Smith. Smith cuts inside, spinning move, tackled at the 45. That was a great play. Looked like it was going to be nothing, but Smith with a fantastic spin move there and shrugging off defenders. As they're actually going to mark it at the 44, so a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up for DC. Again, Michigan needs to stop. They have yet to force a punt. In the shotgun, Tamu hands it off to Smith up the middle at the 40, gets the first down, brought down at the 35 as DC is looking to never punt apparently, as again, another first down. Turbo, they're doing hurry up here in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. I'm assuming 2 to the right. I'm not too sure. RPO, okay. Little bubble screen at the 30. Pushed out at the 29. That was a catch by Roland. Actually, a mark it at the 28. So a gain of about 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. As again, they're keeping up the pace. Trying to tire out this Michigan defense. Ball at the 28 in the shotgun. Trips to the right. And, a lot of movement, and they're going to blow it dead. I don't know if this was on the offense or the defense. No interior. No, nothing, dude. They look terrible. Looks like that's encroachment, so a free first down yet again for DC. Looking at the stats, trying to figure out what the story is. Well, it's been all, as far as DC, Tamu is throwing it deep. It's been terrible defense. The stats, as far as running the ball, they've had some success, but it's really been through the air. Tamu is just shredding this defense. Tamu keeps it, throws actually, as he throws it to Rowland, trying to fight for a yard or 2. Maybe got a yard or 2. I'm not too sure. There was a little RPO there. He kept it, and it was like a bubble screen option. So he threw it late, marking it at the 21. So a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 21. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tamu hands it off to Jackson. Jackson trying to find some space, but, there's really not much there as he maybe got a yard. So rare good defense for Michigan, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. All right, so 3rd and 6. At the 20. They need to get to the 19 for a first down. In the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They actually need to get to the 18, so they have it so it's 3rd and 7. Throws, it is incomplete as the throw was way off. Mickens trying to make a nice effort there, but he was unable to make the catch. So it's 4th down. That's the first time, not the first time we've seen a 4th down for DC, but the first time they're forced to kick a field goal or punt. No, they have kicked a field goal. I'm just talking. They haven't punted. I think they have kicked a field goal before. Let me look at this. Yeah, McCrane's 1 for 1. My bad, guys. Terrible, I know. It's going to be a 38-yard attempt right down the middle. Here's the snap. Hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So DC extends the lead as they are now up 40-19 with 10:50 left to go in the third quarter. Punt, fumble, punt from Michigan. Yeah, no, Michigan has been terrible. They actually forced a fumble. Again, this was crazy. You might see this on I don't think SportsCenter does like a not top 10 or anything like that, but literally on a kickoff return, the guy was getting tackled, and then his own teammate came in and stripped the ball out, trying to get the ball for some reason, and DC recovered it and had it inside the 10. Michigan doesn't score a TD here. It's over for sure. Again, I feel like at this point, they just need to kick the field goal, and they'll still be 2 scores down. Being 2 scores down, still well into the third quarter, that's still okay. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously, if it's an NFL game, you want to score a touchdown. But with the 9-point play possibility, it's just still not over. But yeah, no, I mean, it's looking like DC's going to win. I mean, DC's now, the live spreads are 18.5. So it's looking like it's all DC. But again, we'll see what can happen. Michigan isn't really built, to come from behind, as they are more of a run-first offense. They really are like the Steelers in a lot of ways, sadly. But you never know. Again, if they just kind of play loose, defenders, if they play a little bit of prevent, they'll be able to, matriculate down the field, boys, type of thing, Shout out Hank Stram, Chiefs coach. Both teams underdogs in the playoffs record-wise. They were. Yeah, no, the Battlehawks right in 2. The Stallions were 7-3. Yeah. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Been doing this for a while now, and again, I'm already ready for football season again. How could you not subscribe to a guy that's ready for the Hall of Fame game? I mean, come on. If you're a football fan and see that and nah, well, then there might be something wrong with you. Iowa State, Kansas State is going to be the first college football game I'll be doing. And again, you guys will vote for that second window, whether it's Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Hawaii. You guys make the call, and that'll be the case for every week. Same with NFL. I'll be doing every Steelers game, but that's not the only game I'm doing. You guys will vote for that afternoon window. Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, Los Angeles. That is the week 1 afternoon window. You guys will be making the call for those games. So again, if you like what you see, if you like the opportunity to pick the game that I will do, then definitely hit that subscribe button. I don't know, man. This is the first game I'm watching for UFL this year. Haven't really heard a whole lot about the league this year. Honestly, yeah, if I hadn't been watching it, I would not have heard about it either. There's no press for it, nothing. And there's really, this looking at the stands earlier, which they're not showing anything right now. They're showing a highlight video. But, yeah, there's no one there. No one. I mean, it's like a few thousand maybe. I mean, it's dead. It is dead, sadly. All right, we're resuming to action here as DC was able to tack on 3 as it's 40-19. And we're about to get ready to resume this one. 10:50 left to go in the third quarter as McCrane kicks it off. Fielded at the 5. He's at the 10, 15, 20. And he's tackled at the 21. So that's where Michigan will start their drive. Perkins tonight, 8 for 13, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was the 2025 UFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. But unfortunately, the defense has pretty much let him down. I mean, 19 points in a half is really good. I mean, let's keep that in perspective. But the defense, you allow 37 points in a half, you're not going to win. I mean, probably not. I mean, you never know. All right, 1st and 10 at the 22. Perkins in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Perkins hands it off to Taua. Going up the middle, he's going to get about 4. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6. I see why they chose St. Louis. I remember they were bringing in some real crowds on the Battlehawks. Yeah, no, they were, and I think the UFL was really upset that DC beat them last week because St. Louis would have brought in like a really good crowd. 2nd and 7 here, ball at the 25. What do you think they're going to do here, Tony? Oh, I don't know, Jim. Oh, they're going to check it down here. Bubble screen. Oh, and he drops it. Oh, he was wide open. Mariner just couldn't quite make the catch. It hit him in the chest. So it falls incomplete. I think the only thing I heard about the UFL is they partnered with New Era for their team apparel. I didn't even know that. Eagles open up with Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I'm debating if I do Thursday night games because, again, all the big guys are going to be doing it. Like Grossi, Jaguar, they're all going to be doing the games on Thursdays. I don't know. I'll probably leave it up to you guys. 3rd and 7 in the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. Moving to his left. Oh, he's getting heavy pressure. Now he's reversing, stepping up, throws. It is intercepted at the 50, 45, 40, 35. Trying to break 3. No, he's tackled at the 32. As now there's some pushing and shoving after the play. And they are definitely mad with each other as Perkins walks off the field. Perkins was under heavy pressure, tried to make something happen there, but the ball was sailed way over the receiver's head, and it found the free safety, the center fielder out there. And, just, again, moving to his left, 3 or 4 defenders. Just unfortunate there, finding the DC defender. So DC once again with the ball. It might be over. I'll still be here through the end of this game because I might as well. I got nothing else to do tonight. I just got to go to sleep and wake up in the morning and work. Oh, I might as well finish this one out. All right, 1st and 10 here for DC. They are now up 40-19. Well, they've been up 40-19. At the 31 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tayamu throws it over the middle. It is in and out of the hands. Great defense there as he was kind of crunched. Pass intended for Scott, but nothing doing. 2nd and 10 as the clock stops. I thought the clock was supposed to keep going. There we go. It's resuming there. Looking at the merch right now, and it's kind of tacky. They put New Era flag on the front of their lens. On the front? Ugh. Yeah, no, that's terrible. That's got to be on the back. All right, 2nd and 10 here in the shotgun. Tiamu, play action. Oh, it's a little screen here. Caught by the tight end. He's at the 25, 20, brought down at the 16. And, again, they just keep moving the chains. DC might put up 60 in this one. That would be quite the day. All right, 1st and 10 here for DC as they are inside the red zone. In the shotgun, Teamu. Receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Hands it off to Jackson. Cuts inside. 10, 5, touchdown. DC defenders as the route continues. Michigan, that defense there was terrible. They didn't even try. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. That one was bad. Seems desperate. Look at them. I'll have to look at them. That is terrible. 46-19 is your score. So I might be able to pull up some UFL merch. I don't know. I'll have to look at it on the phone later if I can't. I don't know what in the world. I'll look at it a little bit later. All right, they're going to go for 1 here. Might as well. They're up 46-19. I don't think 1 or 2 points is going to matter at this point for them. There is still some time left. I don't want to spin it like, well, I don't know. They still could come back. I don't want to sound like an idiot. But, there's still 8 minutes left to go in the third as he hands it to Smith. And Smith is met as they're pushing forward. And he does not get it. So it's just the 6 points. But it's 46-19. DC all over Michigan. They are just crushing Michigan at this point. So 8:19 left to go. DC's all over Michigan 46-19. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot, as I'll be doing football later down the road this season. Again, I already have the Hall of Fame game up there for you guys. College football, I'll be doing that as well. At least 2 Saturday games every Saturday, obviously. Iowa State, Kansas State, you guys will vote for that later window. The last 3 games there, you will make the call. Same with Saturdays. I'll pick a game, and then you pick a game. That's how it's going to be. And then for the NFL, I'll be doing Steelers, Jets, and then you guys will vote for the afternoon window, either Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, LA. You guys will make the call on that one. So, yeah, no, if you just view me as like a backup for Tom Grossi or official Jaguar, that's totally fine. And again, share, if you like what you see, like, hey, this guy, he's not good compared to Grossi, Jaguar, Gator, all them, but he's not bad either. He's a good backup. So again, if they're not able to stream, I got you covered. I'll be able to be a pretty good backup option. As again, I appreciate everyone that has subscribed. I mean, it wasn't long ago where I was at, single digits. So I do remember that, and I'm thankful for you guys choosing me tonight. I'm sure there's a lot of other options. Hopefully I'm doing a decent enough job to where you can hit that like and subscribe button. You just search the UFL New Era. I got you. Looking up some UFL merch here again. We're on commercial break. I don't know why they're showing the showboats here, but they are. Yeah, it looks pretty plain. Just a bunch of plain stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Not really impressive. Again, feel free to chat away in the comments. Panthers are done. It's looking like it. It's looking like the Panthers are done. That vote aged well, didn't it? Panthers at the beginning. You guys, 29 votes in, and the Panthers at 72% of the vote. That is, oh, man. Everyone was on the Panthers tonight. They were favored by 3.5. Vegas, apparently they reported that 69% of the money was on Michigan. And honestly, that was kind of like, I feel like DC's going to win now because Vegas never loses, They never lose. Whether it's rigged or not, I'm not saying it is, but they just seem to always come out on top. That's just the way it goes. So, but again, hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. I see a lot more people coming in. I guess other people are ending their streams, and I don't blame them. I mean, Michigan's not looking great, but I will stick it out. Again, I got nothing else to do tonight, so I'll be here. Looking at the box scores again, we're still on commercial. 19 for 26 for Tiamu, 343 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Perkins, 8 for 15, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 160 yards. We're returning to action now. Good stuff as we're awaiting the kickoff there. Jackson, 10 carries, 44 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Pardon me. Had some pizza earlier. 3 rushes, 23 yards for Smith. Tiamu, 5 for 21, 2 for 14. Yeah, leftovers from yesterday, Joseph. I think, yeah, you were there yesterday. We talked about pizza. McCrary, 3 carries, 40 yards. Tawa, 6 carries, 26 yards. Perkins, 1 for -1. Mickens has been fantastic for DC. 6 catches, 132 yards. Scott with that big one down the sideline. As we're getting ready to resume this one with the kickoff coming here shortly. All right, McCrane kicks it off. Fielded at the 3. 10, 15, 20. Makes a guy miss. 25, 30. 35. Tackled by the kicker at about the 39-yard line. So a nice return there. Again, might be a little too late on when to, like, hey, we could have used that earlier, but we'll see again if they score a touchdown here and able to get 2 or 3 points. You never know. Again, their defense needs a stop. Again, Michigan offense hasn't been terrible by any means. They scored 19 points in a half. That's on pace for 38, which is normally good. Unfortunately, the defense has been bad. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Perkins, back to pass, play action, throws. It is incomplete. That one was sailing there. Not a great throw by Perkins, as that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Gotta love leftover pizza. Teriyaki chicken rice bowls. Yeah. They're good. I don't know. I get a little tired of the Asian food. My wife loves Asian food. Asian. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 38. Trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Perkins back to pass. Little screen there, and it's off the shoulder pad of McCrary as it falls incomplete. The throw was behind him, trying to make an adjustment there and just nothing doing. So 3rd and 10 coming up for Michigan as this night seems to get worse and worse and worse. 3rd and 10. Again, ball at the 38. They need to get to the 48 for the first down. Empty set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Perkins back to pass. Oh, he's going to tuck and run. Quarterback draw. Looks like DC was over at 40. Trying to reverse field spin move. Brought down at the 44. But again, they had some defenders just chilling in the middle. Just an unfortunate time. 4th down. What are they going to do? Looks like they're going to punt. Yeah, so they're going to punt away. I feel like that's kind of the lame call there. They're trying to tell defense to get ready there. Vernon back to punt. As they show this crowd is just not very impressive. And they're taking forever to punt this ball. They're waiting until it gets to 1 second. What in the world? Vernon punts it away. Nice punt. About a 45-yard punt. Mickens has it at the 10. And he's tackled at the 12. Again, I don't know what in the world. They just took all 39 seconds off the clock to punt. It's like they're trying not to allow 60 points. That was pretty terrible. Just chicken, rice, and sauce. I'm no Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Well, hey, that's still nice. It's just, I don't know. My wife is like, oh, Asian. I'm like, no. I'm tired of Asian, I didn't like it before I married her. I try it a little bit more now. But one can only take so much Asian food. All right, 6:03 left to go in the third quarter. DC will have it at about the 11 or 12-yard line. Not saying 11 o'clock. 11-yard line there on the computer screen. And I can confirm on the TV screen. 1st and 10 at the 11 in the pistol. Tiamu hands it off to Smith at the 15-20. Tackled at the 23. As again, this Michigan defense just looks defeated. Michigan Panthers are giving up. Exactly. You are correct there. It has been pretty pathetic defense. Even earlier in this one, it was kind of like shocking that DC was able to get open on a lot of these throws. They're showing a compilation of them. 1st and 10 at the 23. Hands it off to Smith as they look to chew the clock. 25, spinning around, tackled at the 28. So a nice gain there of about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up for DC. Mickens, again, 6 catches, 132, and a touchdown. He has been fantastic tonight. If it wasn't for Tiamu, he'd probably be the player of the game, but Tiamu's been great. Elite, honestly. 2nd and 5 in the shotgun. Hands it to Rowland at the 30, 35, tackled at the 37. A little jet sweep there as Rowland keeps the clock moving, keeps the drive moving. That's another DC first down. So once again, it'll be 1st and 10 for DC again. If you're just joining us, well, you can probably look at the score and be like, what the heck in the world is going on? 46-19. DC all over Michigan. Michigan was the favorite, believe it or not. They were favored by 3.5. Michigan won their earlier meeting 38-14. DC said, no, sir, not today. In the shotgun, Tiamu hands it off to, no, he's going to keep it as he goes up the middle, 40, and he is tackled at about the 42. Little jet motion option there, but he kept it. Dodgers up 2-0. 3-0. Oh, wow. Dodgers They're playing the Giants tonight. Yeah, no, that's a good game. Unsure. I think I'm going to do a Dodgers game at least at the beginning of next week, so I might see you there, Joseph. I'm kind of looking at what I'm doing a little bit next week. 2nd and 6, ball at the 42. In the pistol. Tamu hands it off to Jackson. He breaks it outside. 45, stiff arm, 50, brought down at the 49, but there is a flag. Jackson, again, showing that he's definitely played in the NFL with some of his moves. He is good. He is really good. But, again, it kind of shows you the difference as, there's a hold there, so that's going to nullify that great run by Jackson. But you can see the difference between, like, a NFL player coming here. Like, he has been fantastic. He hasn't really had a great O-line tonight. So, like, again, that's why his numbers aren't going to be great. But whenever he does get the space, you can see just how elusive he is. And he's really made a lot out of nothing. I mean, he's been contacted in the backfield. So, again, shout out Deion Jackson. I don't mean to be all positive all of a sudden like the Pat McAfee show or anything. But, shout out these guys, trying to still keep their dream alive. I can always respect that. 2nd and 16, ball at the 32. In the shotgun, Tiamu. Play action. Throws it deep down the left side. It is caught and brought down at the 23-yard line. Is that Sanders? No, Williams. Unbelievable. I'd like to see where we're at, though. It's another big completion. It's Tiamu at 388 yards and only on 27 attempts. Usually you see 388. It's like 40-something attempts. No, not tonight. He has been slinging it all over the field, and Michigan has no answer. Dodgers up 5-0. Oh, wow. Jeez, Dodgers just crushing the Giants tonight. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Hands it off to Smith. He cuts up the field. 15 brought down near the first down marker at the 13. Tani is very good. Oh, well, of course Tani is very good. So, again, DC is just all over Michigan as they're just eating the clock, but they are staying aggressive as well. That's what's so impressive about them. So 2nd and 1 coming up for DC, and I don't think many people had this on their bingo card. 69% of all the bets went to Michigan, and they were giving 3.5 as well. They were favored by 3.5. 2nd and 1 in the pistol. Tamu hands it off to Smith. Up the middle, that's a first down as he plows forward. Again, just running over these guys as he's brought down at the 3. It was Smith and 4 defenders of Michigan, and he won the battle as he kept going and kept his feet going. These defenders for Michigan, they have just given up. They have no care in the world anymore. They are defeated mentally and physically. 1st and goal at the 4 as DC looks to go over 50 points. In the shotgun, I know that's a shocker. Pardon me, they're in the pistol. Tamu hands it off to Smith. Spin move, still fighting, and that time Michigan shows some good defense as he doesn't get anywhere. So he gets nothing, and it'll be 2nd and goal at the 4. Intentional walk on Notani loaded bases. Oh, geez. Yeah, the Giants might not win tonight. All right, 2nd and goal here. Again, I have a little ticker there, so if you're worried about what other games are happening, I got you covered. I'm ESPN, but better. Again, of course, football season, I'll have all the NFL and college football there. Here's the 2nd and goal. Hands it off to Jackson, dancing around, plows forward, still on his feet. And he is not going to get in, but they are going to mark him like as close as can be. So it'll be 3rd and goal at the inch line coming up. And I think they're going to take this down to the 4th quarter as they're at 10 seconds. Yeah, they're walking off the field. So at the end of 3, DC is all over Michigan, 46-19. This is going to be probably the UFL hated this. I guarantee it as they're going through all their issues. But 46-19 is your score. They'll be right back. I'll be right here, of course. And again, if you like what you hear, definitely not what you see. But if you like what you hear, definitely hit that subscribe button as I'll be doing NFL later down the road, and college. I mean, I already have the preseason game up there for you. I'm ready to go. I want to see Chargers-Lions Hall of Fame game. Hopefully you guys as well, if you got nothing else going on that night. I'm ready to go. And same with college football. I'll be doing college football, Iowa State, Kansas State. And then you guys will have, you guys will vote on what I do later that afternoon. So Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, and Hawaii. You guys will vote. So, yeah, you guys will pick a lot of the games I do. Same thing with NFL. I'll be doing every Steelers game. But, again, you guys will vote for that afternoon window, as I don't think Steelers have any afternoon windows. And if they did, it would just be vice versa. I'm doing the afternoon window, and you guys would vote for the opening window. But, yeah, no, I'll do Steelers-Jets. You guys will either decide between Tennessee-Denver or San Francisco-Seattle or Detroit-Green Bay or Houston and the Rams. So, yeah, no, you'll have plenty of football on this channel. If you're a baseball fan, I've been doing baseball. It's a lot of Pirates, but again, I do mix it up. I do have a lot of other games. I started making my own thumbnails. That's why these look a lot better rather than the standard internet stuff. But yeah, no, hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm a very big football fan. I don't think you will regret hitting that subscribe button, as this is my last chance to pretty much rack in all the football guys before, football season starts. So that'll be really when the hard work begins. But again, I do appreciate you guys choosing me tonight to be your voice. Hopefully I did a good enough job, again, to where I get that like and subscribe. So hopefully I'll see you later down the road for college and NFL. Again, we can chat football in the comments, especially during commercial break. I got nothing going on during commercial break, so if you want to chat football with me, hey, I'm down. I love talking football. I might not look like the typical football fan, but no, I'm pretty passionate, very passionate. Michigan Panthers fans didn't see this coming. No, I didn't either. I thought it'd be a closer game. I mean, everyone's picking DC, or not, pardon me, Michigan. I thought it'd be a lot more competitive than, if you saw the first game, Panthers won 38-14. I thought it was going to be a lot closer than that. I did not expect this. I didn't expect it to be just a inverse of that. That is crazy. Bases loaded for the Dodgers. Dodgers are crushing it. Crushing it tonight. All right, we're working our way back here. Again, DC, last time we checked, they are at the inch line. 3rd and goal at the inch line there. And again, it's been all Jordan Ta'amu. He's probably going to be the MVP of this game. 20 for 27, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Perkins, 8 for 17, 160, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Again, he's been, ever since they made him one-dimensional, it's not been good. The Panthers, again, they are a run-first team, and when as you can see, you force Perkins and the Panthers to become pass-heavy, it gets pretty bad. Dodgers leading 6-0. Oh, jeez. All right, we're back at the inch line. 3rd and goal, as they're still huddled up. We're back, guys, I promise. They are not aware that we are live watching them on the field right now. They're just in the huddle. Are they lagging out? What are they doing? Oh my gosh, I'm going to shoot myself. Ref, tell him that we're back live, bro. Ref is standing there like a bot. Come on. All right, we're back. Yeah, let's go. Oh, let's huddle up and let's go ahead and get the play. All right, 3rd and goal at the inch line. It's kind of like a full house set, if you know what that formation is. Ta'amu. Oh, he's trying to roll it. Oh, he throws to the end zone. Touchdown. He only had one receiver out there, and he was open. Wide open. So that is a touchdown, DC Defenders, as it is now 52-19. Unbelievable. Little brother lost it. Not a good week for San Diego. Tough. So it is now 52-19 as there's some commotion on the field. I imagine Michigan is not happy. Washington, D.C., yeah, no, the shields are up. after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. It's going to be on the offense. So DC with a 15-yard penalty. It looks like the DC Defender fans are excited. They are being loud and proud. Thank you for stopping by Washington, D.C. On Russell Wilson with the Steelers. Okay, that is not true, Seth. That is not true. Russ was not bad. I don't understand why people... That is the thing. You know, social media has allowed misinformation to go run wild. And same with the national media. They freaking push whatever narrative they want. He was not bad. The Steelers were bad down the stretch. But no, he took the Steelers offense to heights that we hadn't seen since Ben. No, I will not take any Russell Wilson slander. I will not accept that on this channel. Because he really, I mean, he put up 40-something on the Bengals. Like Fields was not doing that. You can think he could have, but he wasn't. The guy lost to the dynamic duo of Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco. So I don't really, no. There's none. No. Russ was the GOAT. Russ was not the GOAT, but he was good. He did good enough. He just struggled down the stretch. Much worse than when he was. No, you guys, no way. All right, so they're going to go for I don't know what this is, a 1-point attempt from the 17. They're in the shotgun here, and actually Tiamu's not in the game anymore. I don't know who that is, but he's in at quarterback. He's throwing to the end zone, and it is incomplete, but there's a flag. And I'm not too sure who it's on. Unsure who in the world. So this is going to be holding on the defense. So they're going to retry it, just move it in about 5 yards. That was Adonis Alexander with the holding call. So they're going to retry this 1-point attempt from the 12. Who in the world was that? Delilo. I've never heard of him. You think Justin Fields may be good on the Jets? Well, I know a lot of people share that opinion. I do not share that opinion. Good luck. That's all I say. I say good luck with that. I guess we'll find out week 1. I think that's what makes it cool. You know, Steelers, with Rodgers, and then, the Jets with Fields. We'll see. I do not think that will go well. But honestly, again, it's more of the Jets. The Jets really aren't all that great. All right, first and, well, I guess, I don't know what to call this. 1-point attempt from the 12 in the shotgun. Delilo's in at quarterback. Back to pass. Throws it, and I don't know what in the world that was. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Mickens. He was wide open, and he couldn't quite connect there, so it falls incomplete. So, that was a lot of nothing there. Russ wasn't good in Denver. I admit he was decent in Denver. Okay. I guess I misread that. My bad. Yeah, no, he was not great in Denver. No. They really, I don't know. I think he got a lot of the blame, obviously. I don't know. They just couldn't score. I guess from that point of view, Denver was a disaster. But I also don't think Denver was any good at the time either. So, there's that. So, I don't know. It's tough. It's a mixed bag. He wasn't good, but neither was the team. The team was not good either. All right, we're hopefully getting back into action here, as that's the most points that DC has ever scored in a UFL game. 52 points. Look at that. I'm calling it. I called history tonight, as McCrane gets ready to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, and he's going to take a knee. They're not even going to. And it looks like he's getting booed for it. That's funny. Yeah, it looks like all the fans have made their way to the first few rows, because it's like, it doesn't matter. So here comes Perkins and the Panthers. Again, they are down 52-19. That is your score. 14:56 left to go. Michigan Panthers haven't scored since the second. Yeah, and they scored 13 of their points in the first quarter. I'll show that for you right here. Look at that. It's been all Michigan, all DC since the second quarter. Tommy Tanks. Tommy Tanks. Who's Tommy Tanks? I am a Packer and Commanders fan, so I definitely want to see how Rodgers do in Pittsburgh. I gotcha. Yeah, no, hopefully, again, yeah, I think you probably have subscribed. I've seen you earlier. That's going to be Perkins tossing it. Here it's at the 40, 45, as he goes out of bounds, and he delivered punishment at the end of that one, and he's stepping over people. There should have been a flag at the end of that one. He was definitely taunting with Turner there, but no flag. But, yeah, I think I have seen you before, Washington. Again, thank you for stopping by. But yeah, no, I'm interested to see as well. I mean, I was not as optimistic whenever the first, like, the news at the end of the offseason. I'm like, I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe it's the delusion, but I'm starting to, like, really buy into Rodgers right now. 1st and 10 here in the shotgun. Perkins hands it off. This is McCrary, his first carry in a while. Oh, he's tripped off. He had plenty of daylight. Tripped up at the 43. Nice cut there. Again, McCrary's been fantastic whenever he does have the ball, but he hasn't really had it much. And personally, again, as long as the Steelers either finish like top 5 as far as, like, you know, the first round pick, or like win a playoff game, I'm happy. Anything else, no sir. McCrary with the carry at the 40, 35, tumbling over defenders, brought down at the 29. So a nice play by McCrary. Again, whenever he does touch the ball, it seems to work. But again, since they've been so far behind the whole game, they haven't really been able to give it to him. They're going to mark him down at the 30, but it's first down anyway. In the shotgun is Perkins. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the... No, make it 2. Tawa is going out wide. Perkins by himself. Back to pass is Perkins. Stepping up. Throws it to the end zone. It is incomplete. Just a few yards outside of his outstretched hands. Denver is playing like UFL. Yeah, no, they were not good. Tommy Edmond. Oh, okay, I got you. He's still good. He just needs talent around him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it popped up on my YouTube today, but I watched an Aaron Rodgers, like, highlight video, like about 17 minutes the Jets put out, like, when the season ended. Honestly, did not look bad at all. 2nd and 10 here, hands it off to Tawa. He's pummeling forward for about 3 or 4, so that's going to bring up 3rd and medium. As they're showing the stats there, DC couldn't run the ball at all in the first matchup. Still looked pretty good on the offensive side of things. 250 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Panthers actually had only 188, but again, they had 213 yards on the ground. And I mentioned that earlier. The Panthers are a run-first team. They have to be ahead. That is their style. Once they fall behind, you're seeing what happens. It looks ugly. Perkins stepping up, throws. It's caught by Turner at the 10. Stiff arms, spinning, touchdown. Michigan Panthers, but there is a flag, and I think that's why I'm not so enthusiastic. No one else seems. Oh, it's going to be offsides on the defense, so look at that. Michigan cuts the lead to 27. Look at that. Jeez. Technically a 3-score game. You can technically score 9 points now. I mean, that's wild to me. All right, looks like they're going to go. I don't know, actually. I couldn't tell. All right, they're going for 2, so it's at the 5. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Perkins back to pass. Throws, it is... Oh, it's behind him. Incomplete. Not a good throw by Perkins. Perkins has seen better nights, as that one, again, just well behind him. But they do score 6, so I guess it's a pity touchdown. I don't know. But 52-25 is your score. The little 20-yard touchdown pass to Turner. And he fumbled it in the end zone, but he already scored. So 12-10 left to go in this one. Again, hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button. And as far, I feel like the Steelers just need one more receiver. I mean, they're talking up Roman Wilson as, the guy. I liked him at Michigan. I think he was pretty good. I just, I need to see it. I don't want to hear all these camp stories. I like to see it on the field. And unfortunately, he'd been pretty much banged up the entire rookie year, so he didn't really get to play much. I don't know. I feel like he could be like a Heinz Ward type of player, and I'd be really happy with that. I want to like see him on the field. But again, if you guys like what you see or listen to or hear, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm ready for football season. I already have the Hall of Fame game up there for you guys as a little preview of what's to come. Again, college, I'll be doing at least 2 Saturday games every single Saturday. Iowa State, Kansas State is game 1. You guys vote on game 2. These remaining 3 games. And again, Thursdays, if I can watch some college football, I'll do it. So at least 1 game on that Thursday. And again, we'll be doing the same thing again that Saturday as well. The next Saturday, I pick one. You vote on the other. Same with NFL. Again, I'm doing every Steelers game, but that next window will be voted on by you guys. So Tennessee, Denver, San Fran, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, Houston, and the Rams. And honestly, I'm honestly happy with every single game. Tennessee, I would get to see Cam Ward as he travels to Denver to take on Denver. Can Denver keep on? You know, they obviously made the playoffs last year. San Fran, will they bounce back this year? I personally think they will. And they travel to Seattle to take on Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Are they rebuilding? You know, Sam Darnold, can he still keep it up? I don't think so. But again, we all have our thoughts and opinions. You might think differently. Detroit, Green Bay, that's obviously the game of the week. Ross, you'll be doing that one. Personally, I hope that one doesn't win because that would be not good things for me as far as viewership that week. And then Houston and Los Angeles, again, 2 playoff teams that are, I would say, again, they're not the elite teams in their conference, but they are like right there. Can they take that next step forward? So again, a lot of good storylines for week 1, a lot of good matchups. So yeah, again, you guys will vote on it, and you guys will make the call for that second window. And again, if the Steelers are in that second window, then you guys just simply vote for the first window. So it's a win-win for everyone. Again, if you're a football fan, this is going to be a great channel for you. I'm pretty much just a good backup option for the main guys. So if they're not watching a game that you want to watch, I got you covered. I promise. A little too late. Michigan Panthers defense can't get a stop. Yeah, no, they really can't. Defense apparently is something that the Michigan Panthers, they did away with after last week. They have not been able to do anything. All right, so they're going to go for the 4th and 12. And this is, you got to go for it at this point. So 4th and 12, they're going for it. At the 28 again, they need to get to the 40. Empty set is Perkins. Personally, I hope they get it just for... Oh, there's a flag! I don't know if there was a false start or a offsides there. Neutral zone of infraction. Wow. So that 4th and 12 becomes 4th and manageable. 4th and 7. This guy just copied me. This commentator is stealing my lines here. So 4th and 7, that is doable. All right, once again in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. As again, they're going for it on 4th and 7. At the 33, they need to get to the 40. The UFL's version of the onside kick. Perkins back to pass. Throws it deep. It is caught at the 45, and he steps out of bounds. So Michigan is going to keep possession. I don't know how in the world he got so free. I don't know if Vegas phoned the DC sideline and said, hey, what the heck are you doing? This wasn't part of the deal. Oh, that's a very good route design. It looks like all the receivers met up in the middle, and they kind of just confused the defense. I can see how that works. But first down here for Michigan as they keep the ball. So make it, take it. In effect here at the 45. Empty set. Perkins in the shotgun. Back to passes. Perkins looking. Fires over the middle. It is caught at the 25. And he's tackled at the 22. That was Hikutini with the catch. As he said Hikutani. That was not it. That's Hikutini. So another first down for Michigan as they look to try to make this a manageable game here. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Perkins in the shotgun yet again. Perkins back to pass. Stepping up. Moving to his left, throws. It's caught at the 6. Rolling to the 5. And I'm not too sure what happened there. There's a flag down. That's what happened. Moving to his left, finds the receiver who kept rolling forward. I love it when I think out loud. The commentators are literally saying the same thing. Lead me, shown. Yeah. No, I swear it happens a lot more recently. Maybe it's because we've watched so many games that we know what they're going to say and we say it first. I don't know. All right, so first and goal here, and there's a. So they're resetting the clock. It was at 10:50. Now they're going to move it to 10:54. Again, Michigan scoring a touchdown and getting the 4th and 12. Actually, it was 4th and 7 because of the offsides. And they convert that, and now they're at first and goal. Is it a little bit too late? Probably. But, hey, you like seeing the fight. In the shotgun, trips to the right, hands it off to no, play action. Perkins escapes. He's going to try to tuck and run, and he is hit hard from behind. He did gain a yard, but nothing doing there for Michigan. Did take off a lot of time, so they got to hurry up here again. 2nd and goal at the 4. Coming up again, Michigan down 27 points, 52-25. Game is not over. Yeah, no, I mean, with the 9-point plays, anything is possible. Again, in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Sending a receiver in motion. Perkins back to pass. Throws it over the middle. It is caught. Touchdown, Turner. Michigan Panthers with yet another touchdown as it's now 52-31. As they slowly but surely, and that was a very good throw by Perkins in between multiple defenders, layering it through. That was fantastic. So 52-31. Michigan, I imagine they're going to go for the 3-point conversion. That's just a guess. I mean, I could be wrong. So they're going to go for 2. That's interesting. I don't know why in the world they go for 2, but oh well. All right, Perkins in the shotgun. Back to pass. Heavy pressure throws. It is in and out of the hands of the receiver, but there's a flag. As if that's on the defense, that only, of course, will give him another chance. Defensive holding. Wow, again, kind of giving a lot of help here to Michigan. So they're going to go for it once again. I don't know if they'll have to go for 2 or 3 if they can change their mind here. So 52-31 Michigan, all of a sudden catching life a little bit too late. Possibly, I don't know. I guess you never know. All right, at the 2. Again, they're going for the 2-point conversion. It's at the 2 because of the penalty. In the shotgun. Hands it off to McCrary. McCrary trips, and he is short as he was tripped there just shy of the goal line. So the extra point is no good. All right, 52-31 is your score. DC still ahead by plenty as they're ahead by 21. 52-31. Florida Panthers defeated Edmonton. Yeah, I had a feeling Florida would win tonight. Look at that. So they're up 3-2. Again, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. As you can see, I'm still rising. Hopefully one day I'll get there. We'll see what happens. But again, I've been calling games, been doing baseball season. That's what I've been doing. A lot of Pirates, but again, I bounce around the league. And again, I have that Hall of Fame game ready to go because I am a huge football fan. I'm ready to go. And again, college football just around the corner, doing at least 2 Saturday games every week with games, of course, during the week. We'll, pick one there whenever they happen. But yeah, Iowa State, Kansas State, you guys will vote for that second window. Same with Saturdays. I'll pick one. You pick one. And then for NFL, I'll be doing every Steelers game. And then, of course, you guys will be voting for that later window. And I just thought of this, when the Steelers do play on Monday nights or Thursday nights, well, that'll be 2 games you guys vote for. So look at that. So that's even more games that I just thought of just now. So whenever the Steelers do play on Thursday or Monday night, that'll be 2 games you guys have a chance to make the decision on. And the same for college. I mean, I'll try to do most pit games, but again, that other window, or windows, I should say, as I could potentially do 4 games, and I will dedicate one Saturday to do that. I just don't know how many Saturdays that will be because of the voice. I don't think I feel like during like the Pac-12 at night, my voice will be chalked, so I might just be like my regular, normal sounding voice. But anyway, yeah, if you like football, then this is a great channel for you. Hopefully, you will hit that subscribe button, as I'll be in front of this camera a lot during football season. So hopefully that's good sounding for you. Looking over at the stats, Te'amu 21 for 28, 390 yards, 4 touchdowns. Perkins 14 for 24, 266, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Running the ball there, Smith 8 for 59, Jackson 11 for 46, Te'amu 6 for 25, Rowland 3 for 24 for the Panthers. 5 for 15 or 59 is McCrary. Taua 7 for 30, Perkins 3 for 6. 7-0 Dodgers. Oh, geez, look at that. I kind of pull for the Giants in that, but, it is what it is. Mickens 6 for 132, Scott 1 for 73, Williams 1 for 46, Rowland 5 for 45, Sanders 3 for 41, Powell 2 for 26, Fairchild 1 for 14, Moore 2 for 13, and for the Panthers 8 for 142 is Turner, Mariner 3 for 72, Ross 2 for 30, Hikutini 1 for 22. As we are once again, they're going to go for it. They're going to go for that little onside kick thing. 4th and 12 at the 28. They converted the last one. Of course, they had help from the offsides, which made it 4th and 7. But Perkins once again in the shotgun by himself. Perkins trying to do the hard count. There's the snap. Heavy pressure. Escaping. Throws. It is caught at the 40. Tackled at the 43. They get it again. Oh my goodness. The defender had Perkins in his grasp and he somehow escapes. Moving in the pocket. Turner able to break free. So Michigan has converted now twice as it's 1st and 10 at the 43 in the shotgun. And now there's a stoppage of play. What a series of events. I can't believe it. This game is crazy. And the defenders are going to call a timeout. They're probably just settling their team down like, hey, you're good. But, like, what are you doing? I don't know. That is crazy stuff. Oh, man. So a little timeout here again. I do thank you guys for picking me tonight to be your voice for this game. Again, hopefully I did a good enough job to where you hit that subscribe button. Again, I'll be doing this later down the road for college and NFL. So this is not a one-off. I promise I'll be here for football season. As again, here are your stats for the night. In fact, I already talked about that, so what am I doing there? Here are your total team stats here. Again, Michigan just far behind DC. DC at 544, but they haven't had a ball in a while. Michigan now kind of getting the momentum here as we are about to resume this one. 1st and 10 at the 43. Perkins in the shotgun. Empty set here. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Perkins back to pass. Oh, he's met immediately, trying to break free as he is sacked, but there is a flag down on the field. And there's an offsides on DC. Wow, look at this. Michigan just getting all the penalties here. So 1st and 5 coming up for Michigan. Just checking something here. All right, 1st and 5 for Michigan. 9:12 and counting again. It doesn't really stop. The clock will keep continuing to go. In the shotgun at the 48. 3 receivers to the right. Perkins back to pass. Throws. It is caught at the 47. 45. Brought down at the 40. As Michigan again keeping on moving down the field. So 1st and 10 as they're hurrying it up. Spotting it at the 41. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Perkins back to pass. Moving to his left. Checks it down. It's caught by Tawa at the 36, 35. Pushed out at the 31. That was near the first down. I don't know if they're going to mark it there. Kind of waiting on the call. I don't really see it. They're saying 31 on the computer. I'm going to go with it. So 1st and 10. They briefly huddle up here again. Michigan all of a sudden catching life. It is too late. I don't think there's any might there. But hey, that makes it entertaining. 1st and 10 at the 31. Trips to the right in the shotgun. Perkins hands it off to McCrary. Breaks some tackles. Trying to keep going. Just can't as he's brought down at the 27. And they're going to have to hurry up. They didn't get what they expected there. If you're tied or behind, you go for the offside kick, 4th and 12. Yeah. Now, they've already converted it twice now. That's crazy. 2nd and 7 at the 27. Perkins back to pass. Moving to his right. Pump fakes. Trying to stiff arm a defender. Now he's shoved out of bounds at the 30, as that's going to be a loss of 3. But again, there is another flag, as I think that's going to be an offensive penalty. So all the flags have went in Michigan's favor the last few penalties, but this one not happening, as that's a holding call. So I'll back him up 10. Cole Cabral with the hold there. So 2nd and 17 coming up for the Panthers. 7:22 left to go in the 4th quarter. This has been a pretty long game. Of course, a lot of scoring. Score was 52-19 with 12:10 left in the 4th quarter. I mean, that's a very good point. The last time the DC offense was on the field was at 9:45 Central. It's 10:11 Central. Perkins back to pass. Slant route. It is in and out of the hands. It's going around everywhere. It's caught by an offensive lineman, and he's tackled at the 31. That was hot potato, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Then it was in and out of the hands of the defender. And then another defender. And before the offensive lineman there makes the catch by Johnson with the catch. Probably didn't have him on the fantasy team, but he just got you 1.6 points in a PPR league. 3rd and 11 at the 31 in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Perkins back to pass. Looking. Fires. It is incomplete, as that one was well off the target, so it's going to bring up 4th and 11. And I understand it's a 21-point game, but this is the ball game here. They don't convert, it is over. There would be no doubt about it, as they're going to huddle up here again. The clock does not stop in the UFL. So maybe they think it does, I don't know, but it's still moving. They only have 8 seconds. They got to hurry. 4th and 11 in the shotgun. Perkins. And they're going to have to call a timeout. That was terrible clock management there. That was pretty... Wait, DC calls timeout. Wow, they kind of got bailed there. But even so, a lot of time wasted. Luckily, Michigan did not call the timeout there. 52-31 is your score. Again, it's going to be 4th and 11 when we come back, or whenever they come back. It will be literally the ball game. They don't convert, it is officially over. Score-wise, yeah, it's probably over. Fat Lady is probably warming up the pipes there. That's a Fat Lady Sing reference if you didn't understand. If you're like, young, you're like, what the heck? No, it's a common phrase. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps out the channel. This is what I've been doing. I'll be doing this for the NFL and college football later down the road. Again, you'll have the opportunity to vote for some games. Again, I'm doing this because there's time out here, nothing doing. So I'm a Steelers fan. I'll be doing Steelers-Jets, obviously week 1. But again, that afternoon window will be up to you guys, as you guys will vote on that whenever that poll is up during that week. Same with college football. I'll be doing college two games. What the heck? They're going to kick a field goal. So this is a 49-yard attempt. I assume they would have went for it. Maybe it's the wise decision. I don't know. But a 49-yard attempt. Potter. Snap. Hold. Kick. It is up. It is good. So it's once again a 2-score game, as it's 52-34. Again, you can score 9 points per possession, which is still trippy. I don't really like it, but it is what it is. So Michigan's going to go for it again, I guess, on 4th and 12 whenever that comes up. But again, I will be doing, even the preseason, I'll be doing some preseason games. So hopefully if you like preseason, Michigan Panthers, you're probably a Detroit fan. There you go. I'm doing the Hall of Fame game. And again, I'll be doing college as well, like Iowa State, Kansas State, and then you guys will make the call for that second window. That's pretty much how it's going to be. You guys will pick about 50% of the games. So hopefully I see you there. As again, I love football. Hopefully you guys love it too. And I'll be a good backup option, I think, for Tom Grassi and Jaguar Gator and all those big guys. So 4th and 12, they're going to go for it. Of course, that is the onside kick of the UFL. It's at the 28, their own 28. They need to get to the 40. And again, this is the ball game. They've converted their last 2. Unlikely they get a third time here. There's no way, right? In the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Perkins, back to pass. They're bringing pressure. Perkins throws. It is incomplete. Batted away by number 24 of DC. Thomas knocking it away there, and that probably is going to do it for this one. Again, I'll stay and stick to the finish, of course, as the DC offense will come onto the field for the first time in 30 minutes. Not game time, but actual time. As Tiamu's in the huddle there, as they're going to just try to chew this clock. Again, 52-34 is your score. The game is probably over. They needed that one. Again, they had already converted 2 of them, so it really wouldn't have surprised me if they had the third. That was just wild. So at the 28 in the shotgun is Tiamu and the defenders. Rolling in motion. Tiamu keeping it on the RPO as he's going down the left side, tackled at the 25. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up for the defenders as they look to pretty much just chew this clock and get out of here with a UFL championship. So congratulations to DC. Again, they're probably going to win. It is still a 2-score game, but it's just unlikely that I'm seeing anything else here. 2nd and 6. Tiamu once again in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Both backs beside him. Actually handing off to Roland. Roland cuts inside, and he gets near the first. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. Marking him down at about the 19. So it's going to be, 3rd and 1. So they need to get a yard here. So they're slowing things down again. That's what you want to do in this situation for DC. Just chew that clock. So 3rd and 1. They are in the pistol at the 19. They need to get to the 18 for a brand new set of downs. Tiamu hands it off to Smith. Smith does not appear to get it. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Tiamu's like, no, he definitely got it. And honestly, initially, it looked like he did. I feel like that's a pretty bad spot. They did not give him any forward progress there. So 4th and 1. And looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. In the shotgun. 2 running backs back there. Tiamu. Hands it to Rowand. Oh, and he cuts inside. 10, 5, touchdown. DC Defenders. And this one is officially over. Rowland with the 19-yard rushing touchdown. It is now 58-34 as the DC Defenders will be your 2025 UFL champions. And you cannot say they didn't deserve it. Again, 58 points pending the extra point. As the DC coach is mad about something. He's pointing at somebody. So what in the world happened? The DC coach, he is furious. He's saying, I'm sick of that guy. So he's talking to somebody. There might have been something. DC Defenders Washington, D.C. very happy, of course. Number 44, apparently, okay, so they're saying that number 44 of Michigan has been ripping off the helmets. Oh, wow, of the D.C. Defenders. Yeah, that is not good. They're going for 1. It's kind of a shame. Wanted to see if they can put up 60 as they hand it off to Smith, and he is not going anywhere. And so that is going to do it here for that possession. 6 points scored by DC. 58-34 is your score. As again, it's been all DC. Panthers had a nice little comeback here, but of course this game was way out of hand. As you see, they put up 15 points unanswered in this quarter, but again, nothing doing there as, again, DC just went down and scored. Of course, they had a short field. So 3:33 left to go in this fourth quarter. Again, I do want to ask, if you have not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber helps. As you can see, I'm not the most popular guy on YouTube, but I'll be here regardless, as I'll be doing, the NFL Hall of Fame game, college football, at least 2 Saturdays, again, or at least 2 Saturday games, not Saturdays. I'll be doing every Saturday, but you guys will vote for the second game. For week 0, Iowa State, Kansas State, it's already been decided. You guys will vote for that second window. And, of course, there'll be other games throughout the week. I'll be doing that Thursday game, whichever one, I'm not too sure. And then at least 2 games on Saturday, up to 4 potentially. And again, for NFL, I'll be doing Steelers-Jets week 1, and you guys will vote for that second window. And, again, this just dawned on me earlier that the Steelers play on a Thursday or a Monday. Then both windows will be voted on by you guys, the subscribers. So you guys make the call. Hopefully you like what you see and hit that subscribe button, as that kickoff is going to go out of bounds. I don't know what McCrane was doing there, as the field is pretty big, but I guess it happens every now and then. So Michigan should get the ball, I guess, at the 40. So I'm pretty much just an off-brand Tom Grassi and official Jaguar Gator and all those guys. So, again, hopefully that's good enough for you guys, so I'll be their backup option. Eric, man, how's it going? I do remember your name. I just don't remember which stream it was from. 1st and 10 here at the 40. Michigan Panthers are just frustrating. Yeah, no, they did not play a good game on the defensive side of the ball. 1st and 10 here in the shotgun. Perkins fires. It's caught by Turner at the 45. Turns upfield. He is hit hard. Oh, my goodness. He got crunched, and he is still down. That was a huge hit. Like, that was a hit that you see, like, in the 2000s NFL. That one was huge, and there's some pushing and shoving. I don't think Michigan liked that at all. Oh, my gosh. That he went. That was a hit stick, and he is down, so hopefully he's going to be okay. As, again, that was a catch for 12 yards. It will be a first down for Michigan whenever they do come back from this little injury timeout. Again, yeah, Michigan, they scored 19 points in the first half, and that's why I'm not going to hate on them too much. And I understand that a lot of their points have been when the game was out of hand, but, their defense was terrible. They could not stop DC today. Again, I'm not too sure what's happening. They're just kind of showing what's going on everywhere else except for Turner. Again, hopefully he's okay. He took a shot that was pretty big. That was some 2000s NFL that I personally love and miss. Of course, I don't want any injuries. I genuinely do not. I'm not just saying that for, No, I genuinely do not like injuries. All right, 1st and 10 here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left in the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. Moving up, stepping up, throws. It's caught by Tawa at the 45, and he's tackled at the 44. So it's going to bring up 2nd down. You're playing 2K, 2K25? I got you. Now, I don't have NBA 2K25. The only 2K I have is actually golf, 2K23. 2nd and 4. Perkins in the shotgun, moving to his left. Heavy pressure, moving around. This is some pretty cool stuff as he's going to move forward and gain about 2. No one was able to get open as he's telling, hey, look, you need to keep moving. So 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They need to get to the 39. I used to play a bunch of NBA 2K10. I had 2K10 with the Kobe cover. Ironically, that's the only one I had. Hands it up to Tawa. Tawa's going to get the 1st down and a little bit more. He's brought down at the 37. So they move the chains there. So 1st and 10. Unless you meant 2K25 golf, then heck yeah. Well, yeah, I don't have that one. I have 2K23. In the shotgun is Perkins. Back to pass. Stepping up. Throws it to the end zone. It is just outside the outstretched hands of Nakua. That one falls incomplete. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 there. That is a 2-minute warning. 58-34 is your score. DC they deserve it. They crushed Michigan today, as they are up by 24 with just under 2 minutes to go. And again, not maybe with the final time, but again, hopefully you like what you see or hear, as maybe I've clicked on this too many times, and you hit that subscribe button. This is the last opportunity I have to get as many football fans as possible before, of course, the Hall of Fame game. Of course, I've been doing baseball in the meantime, kind of just getting used to this YouTube thing as I'm just now starting all this. But again, hopefully I did a good enough job to where you hit that subscribe button. Again, college football and NFL, that's not what I meant to click. That's what I'm going to be doing again. You guys will be making the call. You guys will make a lot of calls on this channel, starting off with week 0, where I do Iowa State and Kansas State, and then later that evening, you guys will vote on Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, or Stanford and Hawaii. You guys will make the call on what games I do, so hopefully, again, you're a fan of what you hear. Probably not what you see. Definitely not the most appealing thing to look at. As, hopefully I do a good enough job broadcasting or commentating this game. And again, same for NFL. I'm obviously a Steelers fan, but again, you guys will vote on that second window. So I'll be doing at least 2 games every Sunday as well. And college could be up to 4 games if the voice will keep going from Big Noon Kickoff all the way to Pac-12 at night. And I know that's not what it's called anymore, but that's what I'm going to call it. Then I'll do it. I will do it. So hopefully, though, you do like what you see and hit that subscribe button. As we're still in the 2-minute warning. Hopefully it ends shortly. But yeah, no, it's been all DC today. Again, you can't say DC didn't deserve it. They definitely deserved it. Michigan's defense did not know how to play any sort of defense today. It was pretty terrible. This has been one of the worst defensive performances I've ever seen. Just being honest, I don't think I've ever seen a defensive performance like just get outplayed on every snap. Like it's been bad. A little bit of some stats here. You can see what I'm talking about. Tiamu, just incredible, pushing the ball down the field. 21 for 28, 390 yards, and 4 touchdowns. A near-perfect passer rating. I guess it dipped a little bit. And then for Perkins, 20 for 33, 326 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. And then for rushing here, Smith, 9 carries, 59 yards. Rowland, 5 for 48 and a touchdown. Jackson, 11 for 46 and 2 touchdowns. Tiamu, 7 for 29 and a touchdown. For Michigan, 6 carries, 62 yards and a touchdown. 8 for 34 for Tawa. Perkins, 4 for 8. Receiving stats, we're working our way back here. I'll try to get in when I can. Mickens, 6 for 132 and a touchdown. Scott, 1 for 73 and a touchdown. Williams, 1 catch for 46. Rowland, 5 for 45 as We're back. Sorry, cannot finish those stats. 2nd and 10 at the 37 in the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. Stepping up, and he's hit. Trying to get away. Oh, he fumbles as he recovers it, and he is sacked. That's going to be a loss of a few, and Perkins is just pounding the turf. I don't think it's in frustration. I think he may be a little bit hurt there. Oh, man, that's tough. I don't know if he's hurt. But, yeah, no, it's just been a rough night for the Panthers as the clock did stop. So I think he may be hurt. I don't know. Okay, so they're going to take a timeout. College basketball starts in November. Michigan Panthers fumble, turn the game around. I'll do a little bit of college basketball as well. I did a lot of March Madness, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. That way you don't think I'm just yapping for no reason. That's actually what kind of started. I did a little bit, very little football last year, like at the end of the season, just trying to see, like, what in the world am I doing? And then I did college basketball, and that was fun. So I'll be doing college basketball again for March Madness. I don't know if I'll do it during the season, at least during NFL season, as Perkins back to pass, throws. It's caught at the 30, and that's where he's tackled at the 30. But, yeah, I mean, once football season kind of winds down, like in the playoffs, obviously it'll just be on the weekends. I'll be looking for something to do, so probably doing college. That's a very good idea, Chris. I didn't even think about that. I'll probably do some college basketball during the week once we hit playoff time. All right, so 4th and 3 here for Michigan. They took a timeout. They need to get to about the 27-yard line. Because, no, I really enjoyed college basketball. That was fun. NBA, I called the game, and I didn't like it. I did not like calling it. So I will not be doing NBA. Perkins, 21 for 34 on the night, 340 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. Game over. Yeah, probably. After this one, it may be if they don't get it. 4th and 3. They need to get to the 27 in the shotgun. Perkins back to pass. Throws over the middle. It's dropped! The throw was a little behind him, but it did hit his hands as there's a late flag. I imagine it's going to be a chippy flag because, again, these two teams have been pushing and shoving the entire night. As looks like Mickens and another player, some other guy, are going to dunk their coach, as it's going to be a DC victory, most likely ending at 58-34, but I don't really know. So hold on again. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 48. Also, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the offense. They offset. Turnover on downs, that's game over. It's officially going to be game over. Well, I can't say officially, but unofficially, officially. Game over. DC will win 58-34. And I imagine they're just going to kneel the clock. I mean, I doubt Michigan's going to, try. There's no way they would. All right, so one final time. Again, I do thank you guys for hanging out with me, just watching as I call this game. Again, if you liked what you saw, definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm doing baseball right now because it's baseball season. Football's right around the corner, college and NFL. So, again, if you're a college football fan or NFL fan, I think this will be a great channel for you. Again, you guys will have a lot of say on what I call. You guys will be voting on at least one Saturday game and one Sunday game with potential up to 2 whenever the Steelers are off on Sundays. As they're actually going to run a play here. I thought they'd kneel it. Tamu in the shotgun, hands it off to Roland. Roland sneaks across the 35 as he's brought down at the 36. There's some heavy contact there. Again, Michigan just really frustrated. So I don't know. This getting a little chippy here. Michigan, I don't want to say they're sore losers. I don't want to, I mean, that's what it just seems like, though. As there's the Gatorade bath, as DC celebrates with their interim coach. Again, if you do like what you see, hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a final score of 58-34 as Tiamu's in the shotgun. They're handing it off to Smith. Smith up the middle, powers forward, gets to about the 39. And it looks like, again, they'll probably run another play. But, yeah, no, again, if you like what you saw tonight, again, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. This is going to be a good game, UFL. I don't know about that. I don't know if I would say this was one of the best UFL games. A lot of offense. If you like offense, then this was definitely a great game for you. But, you obviously want it to be a back-and-forth battle. As here is the 3rd and 1. Looks like they are in victory formation. And there's the knee, and that will do it. DC are going to be your 2025 UFL champions, so congratulations to them. They will move on. Well, they're 7-4 now. It doesn't matter. Michigan 6-5. Again, if you're a football fan, hit that subscribe button. Even a sports fan, baseball. I mean, I'm doing baseball now just to pass some time as we get to football season. So, again, hopefully you like what you saw tonight and hit that subscribe button. I really do thank you guys so much. Tomorrow I'm probably going to call a baseball game. So, again, if you're a baseball fan, I'll be here. But if not, I'll hopefully see you on that Hall of Fame game or just for week 0 of college football or week 1 NFL. You don't have to watch preseason. It's fine. I will. So, I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a great night. Michigan did lose. Yes, they lost. Here's your score, Trisk, as you tune in right when it ends. Good stuff, Trisk. 58-34 is your final. So, yeah, it was a blowout. But it was pretty neat. A lot of great plays. Shout out Teamu. Teamu, I would say he's the player of the game. Teamu, 21 for 28, 390, 4 touchdowns. What do you guys think? I mean, he was fantastic tonight. Mickens had some great catches. Really did all of his stuff in the first half. Turner had some great stuff there. I'll show you his stats. 10 for 168, 3 touchdowns. He was really good as well. A lot of great performances tonight. But yeah, no. Again, hopefully I see you guys in a future football video. Again, I'm doing baseball while it's baseball season, so hopefully you guys like what you saw. And then again, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys all have a great night. And as always, go Steelers. So yeah, great night. Again, have a great night. Be safe out there. I'll see you next time. Peace.